To the Most High, the owner, creator, and possessor of all things. Forever live his anointed, beloved Son in the hearts and minds of the faithful elect. Another honor and humility, MELCHIZEDEK Ministries. Another headquarter Friday. I'm your faithful brother and servant, Malachi Maccabee. Y'all climb on in. Y'all see the title, Ha'azinu give O ye heavens, and hear, O earth. Other than that, we're going to hit a few articles, a few videos, actually. It's going down in the earth, baby. You dig? Now's the time to dot your I's and cross your T's. Get it together. Let me turn this music down real quick. Let y'all climb on in this deal. Shabbat shalom to the worldwide family. Shabbat shalom to everybody that's listening. Shabbat shalom to everybody, they'll be watching the rebroadcast. A special shalom to all the haters, jawjackers, and naysayers. We love y'all too. And may the Most High bless and increase the hands of everybody that pray and support the ministry. Hallelujah. So y'all climb on in. Let's get her done. I still been roaring, so my voice ain't all the way back, but hey, it is what it is. It'll get back when the Most High seem fit. I want to come on up in here this evening and holler at our people a little taste. So y'all climb on in. Let me adjust a few levels. If I can be heard, go ahead and throw a Yahoo up in the chat if I can be heard.
Bluetooth disconnected.
And disconnect the Bluetooth. All right, bang, bang.
Bluetooth disconnected.
Disconnect the Bluetooth. All right, bang, bang. Everybody get on in this deal. Where y'all at? Waiting on Jay Heezy and Nehemiah to pull up too. It's going down though. It's going down in this earth. All right, I can be heard. All right, cool. Go. All right, so y'all climb on in. I'm gonna shout out my Aunt Nehemiah and Jehezekiel. They should be pulling up any second now. And it's going down. Hey, pray for our family out in California. Heard it's going down out in Cali. Power outages, fires. Fires ain't nothing new. I hope I ain't getting delayed. All right, babe. And also, shout out and a special shalom and shout out and praises to the Heavenly Father. Our brother Israel is making tremendous progress. The doctors are baffled. The brother had one of the worst aneurysms ever, and he up walking and cracking jokes. And hallelujah, hallelujah. Prayers are powerful. Our prayers are powerful. All right, bing, bing, bing. All right, y'all climb on in. Look for the rest of the brothers. Give me a second. These bros up. Yeah. Yeah. Yo. The ancient Israelites. Moshe in her front. I want to share this with y'all too, real quick. while we wait. It's going down. You know, we've been talking about World War III for a minute. Let y'all see this. Man, I don't know what's up. Yeah, there it is. Man, what's going on? Y'all need to see this. I don't know why everything moving so slow, but I don't know what's going on.
Breaking news today, we have a report that the United States allegedly is deploying 3,000 troops and advanced equipment to Saudi Arabia. This is from the Washington Times. The U.S. military is significantly increasing troop deployments to Saudi Arabia, the Pentagon said Friday, announcing that 3,000 American personnel, including 2 fighter squadrons and an air expeditionary wing, will be sent to the Persian Gulf nation, as well as advanced missile defense systems. U.S. officials said the move is being made in response to last month's attack on Saudi oil facilities the Trump administration, Riyadh, and European powers have all blamed on Iran. Now, what's interesting about this, there was also a story that hit earlier today, if it is to be believed, this was reported by Fox News, that an Iranian oil tanker near Saudi Arabia was just hit by rogue missiles, according to officials. This is breaking now. An Iranian oil tanker cruising 60 miles off the coast of Saudi Arabia was rocked by a pair of missiles Friday, briefly causing an oil leak and more broadly threatening to further inflame fraught regional tensions between the 2 heavyweight Muslim nations. Iranian state television reported the explosions damaged 2 storerooms aboard the oil tanker, which is owned by the National Iranian Oil Company, and caused an oil leak into the Red Sea near the Saudi port city of Jeddah. The leak was later plugged, IRNA reported. This latest incident, if confirmed to be an act of aggression, is highly likely to be part of a wider narrative of deteriorating relations between Saudi and the U.S. and Iran. According to an assessment provided by the Associated Press by private maritime security from Dryad Maritime, it is likely that the region, having been stable for the last month, will face another period of increasing maritime threats as the Iranian and Saudi geopolitical standoff continues. So the point here in the big picture, the broad brushstroke, is none of these tensions are de-escalating. They're only rising. And I could argue that the John Bolton mustaches of the world that make up the dark state and is probably the recently fired alleged second or third whistleblower who can't be trusted, same reason he was canned by Donald Trump, you're fired, are the same people probably pushing and creating these types of narratives and potential false flag events. Now, a lot of you come to me and you'll say, Christopher, there's just something in the air, especially those of you out in California today. I mean, sitting and watching the flames burn, sitting in darkness with candlelight, being prevented from actually having real communications with your neighbors, the banning and the egregious fines of ham radio technology and communication systems only proves that the government wants you dependent on them. They themselves don't want you independently minded, don't want you in a community, don't want you taking care of yourself, don't want you thinking for yourself. And it's why the political narrative of our time, people like Andrew Yang, give them free stuff, give those groundling, smelly peasants $1,000 a month, let the billionaire ruling class continue to make $50 million a minute while they avoid taxes like Amazon did on 11-point-something billion dollars, and instead of paying taxes last year, federal taxes, instead got a rebate. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. The reason is they're pushing and intentionally dividing this country and imploding the United States for a reason. This truly is the nefarious agenda of the deep, dark state. And I'll close with that today. I really appreciate all of you tuning in. We've got some major changes coming to the set here. I've got some other pieces being added. In fact, I mentioned this last time on air. I've got some beautiful draperies coming in that will kind of polish this and some other materials, etc. I just want to thank each and every one of you for all your support. For those of you that have followed me over the last decade, 11 years ago, truly.
Yeah, we hear you, heathen. Bible prophecy, it all got to come down, though. All right, let's get Luke 11 real quick. Just to show y'all, look, we on the brink of a civil war here in the United States of America. So while y'all trying to make it, we trying to make it out of the system. How about that? Make it out this deal, man. You dig? It's time to come together and get the hell about these cities, boy. It is about to go down around this deal. All right, Luke 11, show y'all, it's all prophecy. All right, Luke 11 and 17. I don't know why this thing is taking all day to stream. Let me pull this up real quick. These heathens can't believe it. It's a wrap. It's over. Bitcoin won't save you either. Everybody trying to get all into they different digital monies. It's all a precursor to the mark of the beast. It's all a precursor to the mark of the beast. It's all there. Check to the east. How you doing? Y'all good?
Shalom, sis. Shalom. What's happening?
Went over how they just attacked Iran. You see that one?
No.
Come on, I'll replay the video for you real quick. We already live, brother. Book 11 and 17. They see where we at. I just want to read this real quick. Brother Jehezekiel just came on in.
Shabbat Shalom, family.
That's right. Just want to read this right here. Bitcoin won't save you either. None of your digital currencies. They making money out of thin air now. All right, Luke 11, 17 through 18, just real quick. You can't read that for me, Jay, to the east. Luke 11, 17 and 18. This was right after Messiah did what we supposed to be doing. Cast the devil out headlong. All right. And they were saying that he only doing that through the power of Satan's chief demon, Beelzebub. Now watch this. It's all good. I read Luke 11, 17. It says, but he knowing their thoughts said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and a house divided against a house falleth. Let that sink in. Right? This is a kingdom you are in. And knows what the master said. Every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. You got foreign interference in all your elections now. You heard about your Rudy Giuliani and the Ukrainian diplomats, boy?
And Trump said, I don't know them, but you got pictures with them. Your son got pictures with them.
Yeah.
Like, man, come on. I should have ran for president. You know what I'm saying? What the heck going on?
But notice there is no saving this place. It's divided.
Damn.
Right? It's deeper than just Democrat and Republican now. All these heathens keep hollering now. It's the deep state. I'm like, the deep state, the deep state, nothing but another word for the Illuminati or the New World Order. The deep state is trying to impeach Trump. The deep state. I'm like, damn, what a shallow state is.
Right. But you know what, though? He said if he loses, it's going to be a war.
Yeah, I figured that.
Right.
But who they got to run against him? Let me play this again. Play this one more time so you can see what he's talking about. And this right up your alley, Jay. He's like one of your topics.
Yeah, man. We got to be focused on the last days, bro.
You got World War III and then precursors to the Gog and Magog war that's going to happen. Look at it one more time.
Breaking news today, we have a report that the United States allegedly is deploying 3,000 troops and advanced equipment to Saudi Arabia. This is from the Washington Times. The U.S. military is significantly increasing troop deployments to Saudi Arabia, the Pentagon said Friday, announcing that 3,000 American personnel, including 2 fighter squadrons and an air expeditionary wing, will be sent to the Persian Gulf nation, as well as advanced missile defense systems. U.S. officials said the move is being made in response to last month's attack on Saudi oil facilities. The Trump administration, Riyadh, and European powers have all blamed on Iran. Now, what's interesting about this, there was also a story that hit earlier today, if it is to be believed, this was reported by Fox News, that an Iranian oil Arabia was just hit by rogue missiles, according to officials. This is breaking now. An Iranian oil tanker cruising 60 miles off the coast of Saudi Arabia was rocked by a pair of missiles Friday, briefly causing an oil leak and more broadly threatening to further inflame fraught regional tensions between the 2 heavyweight Muslim nations. Iranian state television reported the explosions damaged 2 storerooms aboard the oil tanker, which is owned by the National Iranian Oil Company, and caused an oil leak into the Red Sea near the Saudi port city of Jeddah. The leak was later plugged, IRNA reported. This latest incident, if confirmed to be an act of aggression, is highly likely to be part of the wider narrative of deteriorating relations between Saudi and the U.S. and Iran. According to an assessment provided by the Associated Press by private maritime security from Dryad Maritime, it is likely that the region, having been stable for the last month, will face another period of increasing maritime threats as the Iranian and Saudi geopolitical standoff continues. So the point here in the big picture, the broad brushstroke, is none of these tensions are de-escalating. They're only rising. And I could argue that the John Bolton mustaches of the world that make up the dark state and is probably the recently fired alleged second or third whistleblower who can't be trusted, same reason he was canned by Donald Trump, you're fired, are the same people probably pushing and creating these types of narratives and potential false flag events. Now, a lot of you come to me and you'll say, Christopher, there's just something in the air, especially those of you out in California today. I mean, sitting and watching the flames burn, sitting in darkness with candlelight, being prevented from actually having real communications with your neighbors, the banning and the egregious fines of ham radio technology and communication systems only proves that the government wants you dependent on them. They themselves don't want you independently minded, don't want you in a community, don't want you taking care of yourself, don't want you thinking for yourself. And it's why the political narrative of our time is what you're getting from people like Andrew Yang. Give them free stuff, give those groundling, smelly peasants $1,000 a month, let the billionaire ruling class continue to make $50 million a minute, while they avoid taxes like Amazon did on 11-point-something billion dollars, and instead of paying taxes last year, federal taxes instead got a rebate. You can't make this stuff up. The reason is they're pushing and intentionally dividing this country and imploding the United States for a reason. This truly is the nefarious agenda of the deep, dark state. And I'll close with that today. I really appreciate all of you tuning in. We've got some major changes coming to the set here. I've got some other pieces being added. In fact, I mentioned this last time.
It's going down in this earth, bro.
It's imploding. I mean, it's imploding, bro, because that's what happens. See, when you at your weakest, that's when your enemies attack.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, man, listen.
On top of that, all the artificial intelligence. Let me look this up right here for y'all. This is about California. What's going on in Cali right now? Look at these heathens. Oblivious to judgment.
You don't know it, but you leave your shower covered in chemicals.
Man, on top of this, man, they them fires, man, they got these weapons, you know what I'm saying? They starting these fires, bro. They false flagging. You know what I'm saying? They false flagging.
On a major league level.
On a major league level.
Look, and these heathens right here, this is called alternative media television. They call it the deep state. The deep state wants to impeach Trump. I'm like, sound like a civil war is brewing.
Yeah, it's going down, bro. Race war and a civil war.
Yeah.
So here we have multiple wildfires breaking out across LA. Terrifying footage showing hundreds of firefighters battling to contain growing blazes in Southern California now, as one man is killed and 100,000 people are forced to flee their homes. The Saddle Ridge fire broke out after 9 p.m. on Thursday in Silmar, California, along the 210 freeway. Mandatory evacuation orders were issued for at least 25,000 homes in the Granada Hills, Porter Ranch, and Oak Ridge Estates neighborhoods of Los Angeles. As of 8 a.m. Friday, 4,700 acres of land were scorched with zero containment, according to fire department. Meanwhile, nearby Sandalwood fire burned after a garbage truck threw burning trash on the side of the road. Louis Arvickson, 89 years old, has been missing since Thursday after the Sandalwood fire swept through Mobile Home Park. And the first fatality was confirmed after a man in his late 50s went into cardiac arrest on Thursday night. And there truly is some terrifying aerial footage of this, showing firefighting crews battling the California blaze, fueled by these winds. Homes are burning, embers are all over the place, thousands of people forced to evacuate. Just looking at some...
Bro, say, watching it burn out my room window. Shemuel Yisrael.
Some of these images are pretty stunning. Now, I remember with Crew, we were in California. I was actually being interviewed by Michael Bisping, the famous UFC fighter, and we were in LA, I think about a year or so ago. And every time we go to Los Angeles, first of all, I avoid LA and I avoid California like the plague. And I hope I never have to go back ever again in my entire life. And we'll choose not to go back there ever again. Now, keep in mind, this is from a kid, a guy who's from Southern California. I was born and raised in Southern California, and I wouldn't be caught dead in this state because this state has turned to absolute trash. It is a third world country at best. Its politics are disgusting. Its taxes are outrageous. And it's slowly falling into the pit of hell. And I remember when we were leaving, we were on our plane, myself and all the guys were looking at each other, relieved that we had finally gotten out of the hellish pit of Los Angeles. And as we were flying away, we noticed this amazing, beautiful sunset out the window of our airplane. And we were looking at it, and it almost looked like God's wrath. And I remember looking at the guys, we're kind of staring at each other, and we're thinking, man, this doesn't look normal. Well, actually, what it was the fires that had just broken out all over California in the Paradise region. And now it's happening again. And isn't it comical that so many people want to be in California, right? Home prices keep rising as the fires keep tearing down homes. Home prices keep rising as the threats increase. These national security threats increase. It's really this strange relationship that people have with these beach cities and supposedly live in the California dream, which has truly turned into California trash. And again, I can say that because I'm from California, right? It's like if you go to Texas or you migrate to Texas, if you're not from there and your family isn't from there, you're not from Texas. And you'll never be a Texan. This is how they feel. Same thing with California. So I'm just telling you straight up from a guy from California, California is absolutely in the gutter today. It truly is, in my humble opinion, an evil place. From Hollywood to Beverly Hills, I've lived in all these places, to Los Angeles, and now Orange County, maybe a little bit better, but turning into an absolute concrete jungle of trash. And there's a couple of reasons for it. Number one, the politics. Number two, even Orange County itself is now moving massively liberal, which is why all the smart, industrious,
You're seeing the precursor to Revelation 18. Let's get that real quick, Hebrew.
I'm already there.
Revelation 18. All right, let's read 1 through 4 and then jump down 9 through 10. Let's get that real quick.
Revelation.
You can't watch any type of news and not be reminded of the Bible. That's how you know we living in biblical times, prophetic times.
It's called world news in light of Bible.
That's
prophecy.
right. That's right. You look, you can't watch TV, listen to music, or just go out your door without being reminded of Bible prophecy. Watch this. You ain't lying, boy. Like the movies or something.
Yeah.
Like that movie Backdraft back in the day.
Some of the Spielberg stuff. Revelation chapter 18, verse 1.
Yes, read 1 through 4 first.
And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and has become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird.
Now trip off that. Now, this heathen just told you about how evil California is. You see? He's like, it's truly a third world country at best.
The homelessness, man, I'm talking about, bro.
Man, that's crazy.
9 yards. Yeah, LA, California is
but no, what it said, right, is become the habitation of devils, demons, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. Come on now.
Verse 3.
Yeah.
For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacy.
Yeah, so her policies are spread all around the earth. And y'all, we ain't just talking about Californication. We ain't just talking about Cali. What you're seeing is a precursor to what's coming to this good old great nation that you love. You see? And I'm gonna tell y'all like this: as long as I can remember, California been on fire. Going back to my childhood, like dang, it's on fire again.
Fire in the earth and earthquakes.
Yeah. All right, come on now.
Verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plague.
Verse 5.
For her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh have remembered her iniquity.
You see? So that shows you can do so much rebelling against the Almighty that eventually your sins gonna come into remembrance before him. It'll reach his throne. Right? Verse 6.
Reward her even as she rewarded you.
Yeah.
And double unto her, double according to her works. And the cup which she hath filled to her double.
Verse 7.
How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously. So much torment and sorrow give her.
See, come on.
For she hath said in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow.
Come on.
Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Most High who judgeth her.
Now, when you read that, and then you look at the aerial footage of Cali right now, that should make your heart fall out your chest. Like, whoa.
For sure.
This was written 2,000 years ago. Utterly burned with fire. Go ahead,
Verse 9.
Read on down to 10.
And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning.
The what? The smoke of her burning. You see? Eventually, y'all, this is the judgment. What you're seeing happen in California is the eventual judgment that will happen to this good old great nation that you love. It ain't just Cali. Smoke is coming to this place. Fire. Go ahead.
Verse 10.
Yeah.
Standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come.
All right, let's get back to this. Let's get back to this. Just the proof you can't watch news and not be reminded of the Bible.
Right.
Impossible.
This is so apropos. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, right? Because It looked like a movie, bro.
It did. It did. Matter of fact, let's go back. Just oof, boy, right there. And y'all always look at the heathen's face, the facial expression, to give it all away.
To Los Angeles, and now Orange County, maybe a little bit better, but turning into an absolute concrete jungle of trash. And there's a couple of reasons for it.
Boy, look at that.
Wow.
California wildfires explode. You ain't lying. That looked like that Terminator 2 movie.
Number one,
Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Number two, even Orange County itself is now moving massively liberal, which is why all the smart, industrious, intelligent individuals, businesses, people with money are fleeing in droves. Just most of my friends, a lot of them have already left California. They're not going back. And it's a byproduct of a lot of these different issues. Probably one of the biggest issues is the influx of illegal aliens coming into the United States of America. And again, we're pro-immigration here at Alternative Media Television. We are pro-legal immigration. We want all kinds of people to come in here. We just want them to come in the right way, legally. But because of the illegal immigration, all these handouts, the bailout culture, this entitlement culture, it has truly trashed this once great country.
That ain't got nothing to do with it.
Everybody, I
Nothing to
really
do with
believe
it.
something terrible is coming to the financial system here in the United States of America and worldwide. I've been talking about this for over a decade, that these bailouts can't continue, negative interest rates can't continue without there being some kind of cataclysm in the very near future. And I think we're starting to see the wheels come off, not just in America, but worldwide. Of course, we have bank runs in Hong Kong right now. People can't get cash out of their ATMs. And I think this is coming to the United States. There's a bombshell report that just came out. The New York Fed is adding $82.7 billion fake funny money created from thin air to our financial system in their latest repo transaction.
They call it a repo transaction. The New York Fed. Come on.
And the fact that the elites are so nervous about the financial market or the stock market, even going down like 100 points, only proves something really, really big is coming. I think that the New York Stock Exchange is going to shut down. I honestly think we're going to have bank runs in the United States of America once again, just like 2008-09 had a digital bank run. But this time I think we're going to see physical conflict. We're going to see bank accounts emptied, and potentially, this has been my worst fear over the last couple of years, bail-ins. Now, keep in mind, we saw this in Cyprus, where the Cyprus government bailed by stealing and confiscating money from its customers' accounts. Now, we've already started to see this in America. John Corzine, who ran a company called MF Global, recently, in years past, by the way, he's not in jail, actually stole customer money out of his checking accounts of his customers.
By the way, he's not in jail.
When the company was going under. I think this is what our U.S. financial institutions are going to do once again, because the big banks in this country, whether or not it's Wells Fargo, Bank of America, the list goes on and on, U.S. Bank, they can only survive with taxpayer bailouts and 0% interest rates.
Y'all, if y'all don't know, the mark of the beast is already in the earth. Soon it will be enforced. All right, Revelation 13. I don't know for y'all that don't believe in the New Testament, I don't know what to tell you in this hour. You see what's happening. We're going to read Revelation 13 and 16 out, and then we're going to jump over to 14 to show the punishment. We're going to read Revelation 14, 7 through 12. We're going to read Revelation 13 first, though.
Okay. Where you want to start?
Let's read 15. 15 on down to 18.
15, 18.
Y'all think it's a game. You understand? Look, they got all type of cryptocurrencies right now. Y'all, that's digital money. That's credits they are making out of thin air. You see? And see, so the heathen thinking that cryptocurrency is going to say, look, the mark of the beast, all they're trying to do is soften the blow. This is what's coming. So for y'all that don't believe in the New Testament, I don't know what to tell you. Keep living. Watch this. What did it say out?
Revelation chapter 13, verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast.
Oh, man.
that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
Hey, now look, we're going to go into some things that may put a further understanding on what the image of the beast is. We done heard plenty of breakdowns before, America and her philosophies and her laws and her policies and all that, you know. And on surface level, that may be what it is. But as prophecy becomes more and more fulfilled, and as man becomes more and more evil, there's a deeper understanding to be had about the image of the beast that's speaking. Okay? And that will be worshipped. We got that for you too. Go ahead, Doc.
And also, too, who is that that's giving the power to the beast to do these things? Everything goes hand in hand. Verse 16. And he calls it all, both small and great.
Yeah.
Now, one thing, too. Now, listen. It's always saying he. And he calls us all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell.
So this has everything to do with finances, everything to do with the economy. You got everything. He just said, I believe the stock market gonna shut down.
It is.
You see, the cashless society is coming. Believe it or not. You dig? Bitcoin will not save you out of this. All right. Only the Most High is going to save and rescue those that are faithful until the end.
That's right.
That's what's coming. All right. And your faith is going to be tried in that hour. Tried.
For sure.
All right. Come on, Hebrew.
Verse 17.
Yeah.
And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name.
Come on.
Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. Of a man.
Wow. So the beast is connected to a man. A man. Go ahead.
And his number is 666.
And we get the proverbial 666 from, right? Let's go over to Revelation 14, one chapter over. All right. Y'all, this ain't no game. That's why it's time for Israelites to stop jaw-jacking with one another. Y'all need to be getting together and bringing your resources together. If you ain't got the means to get about Babylon, you better be coming together to get the hell about these cities.
Yes, sir.
Because it's about to go down. You feel me? And a lot of people scared of that type of talk because it means, dang, I really got to get up and do something.
Yeah.
I can't just sit back and wait. No, you might not want to do that. You better get up and do something. You dig? What did he say back in the day? Get on your good foot.
Yeah, on that good foot. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. That's when the half step was out, boy. Yeah.
We're going to read Revelation 14. We're going to read 6 on down to 12.
Revelation chapter 14, verse 6.
Because there's a judgment if you take the mark of the beast.
Sure is.
See, some people trying to say it's an embargo. It's Christianity. It's Islam. As if you didn't pay your tithes.
It has to be more than that because there's only 2 unforgivable sins: taking a blasphemy of the Holy Spirit and taking the mark of the beast. The only 2 unforgivable sins where you won't be forgiven in this world or the world to come. So it can't be none that small and petty.
Can't be.
Right. It has to be something whereas you're going to know that you're doing it.
Yeah. You're gonna willingly do it.
Yep.
Willingly doing it, knowing, because it's going to be spun off as something that's very convenient for us. It's something we need, right? And then look at all the futuristic shows like on Netflix. Yeah. Everybody got an implant in them. Everybody got a chip in their hand or their forehead. Yep. Everybody. That's the next major prophecy they got to come to play. They got to bring this on in. And notice, it's going to be implemented during the time the so-called beast and his kingdom is ruling.
Yep. Gotta be.
That who we call the Antichrist. That's what's coming. All right, let's get it out.
Because remember, no man might buy, he won't be able to buy or sell unless he has that.
Yeah.
Revelation 14, verse 6. And I saw another angel fly in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting gospel to preach unto them that dwell on the earth, and to every nation, and kindred and tongue
Yeah.
and people, saying with a loud voice,
Yeah.
fear the Most High and give glory to him, for the hour of his judgment is come, and worship him that made heaven and earth and the sea and the fountains of water.
Right.
And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
Yeah.
And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb.
That's the judgment for those that take that. You see? So it's a wrap. Like, if you're saying it's anything other than a cashless society or some type of chip or some type of implant, like, okay, Christianity, we all was into that. That means we all doomed.
Right.
Islam, a lot of us was into that. That means we doomed. An embargo, you Negroes ain't even got together to make your own draws, let alone a damn embargo. No, this is all rich and poor. It's going to affect everybody. And notice the judgment is what? You get tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels.
And this is forever.
Yeah. Verse 11, what did it say?
Verse 11.
Sister Alicia Edwards, may the Most High bless your hands, sister. Come on.
And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever. They have no rest, day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name.
Come on.
Here is the patience of the saints.
Come on.
Here are they that keep the commandments of Yahweh and the faith of Yahushua HaMashiach.
That's right. So that's our code, our way of life. So you want to stand against any of that, you better be keeping the commandments of the Most High and have the unadulterated faith in his only begotten son. Believe it or not. All right. Let me get back to this. Show y'all something. Look at his heathen face. They know it's over. Watch this.
That's just the hardcore truth. So we have to think about what are they planning and perhaps what kind of shock is coming to the American economy. Please, there's one thing you do today. Click the link below. Not only are you going to get every single video that AMTV puts out, so I have a direct emergency line of communication with all of you so that you can get all of my uncensored reports, but I've also put together a very special goal.
Yeah, go there, check him on out. I want to show y'all this too. Billionaire transhuman agenda.
Now, this is interesting because this also plays into, and while we have got so many bombshell reports today, but I want to touch on this lightly. This also ties into the merger of what is becoming transhuman, right? This transhuman agenda to merge man with machine. And there was a very interesting report today.
Look at this.
A terminally ill scientist who is about to die. Instead of
terminally ill scientist is about to transform into world's first full cyborg.
And that's post-humanism. It's not that's transhumanism when you splicing genes and all that. This is post-humanism. You know what I'm saying? Look at that, man. See, they don't want to die. They don't want, and he's a billionaire. They don't want to leave their money to nobody else. They do not want to die. So they spearheading all of this, man. Wow.
Now trip off what we read about the image of the beast talking. We done heard it's America and her policies. Okay, on surface level. I done heard people say the Mona Lisa gonna speak to you. The painting.
Yeah, I heard that.
Hey, but now we got something that's not even real. Project Blue Beam is something else, right? But that's not even real. but that's actually being worshipped. Artificial intelligence is a god now.
Mm-hmm.
It has its own religion. There are Buddhist monks that worship an artificial god. Literally. See, so that makes these scriptures jump off the page. When we get to reading about an image speaking and being worshipped.
Yep.
You got something?
Now I'm gonna keep on
Dying
I got some down
is
the line.
transforming himself into the first full cyborg, where he's marrying technology, computers, and what is non-analog with his analog biological body. Dr. Peter Scott Morgan, 61 years old, was diagnosed with motor neuron disease 2 years ago. But instead of accepting his fate, he decided to challenge what it meant to be human. And so the terminally ill scientist who is dying from a muscle-wasting disease has taken the final steps to become the world's first full cyborg. Dr. Peter Scott Morgan was diagnosed with motor neuron disease 2 years ago, but instead of accepting his fate, he decided to challenge what it meant to be human. He said he wanted to push the boundaries of what science can achieve, so he decided to extend his life and become fully a robot, known as Peter 2.0. The world's renowned roboticist has already undergone a series of incredibly complex and risky operations during his journey. This has included developing a remarkably lifelike avatar of his face before he has lost any muscle. The avatar is designed to respond using artificially intelligent body language, and he has also explored eye-tracking technology to enable him to control multiple computers using only his eyes. Now, you can see some pictures of this gentleman and his husband.
And his husband.
And
what's really interesting about it is he's losing all function.
Oh, boy, listen.
Oh, he's a sodomite. Whoa, the plot thickens.
Wow. Well, you know what?
Man. And he got this mysterious muscle wasting disease.
Right. Right. Boy, man, he's wicked as hell. I mean, come on, man.
Man. And his husband. Oh, so that wasn't his therapist.
What I was just gonna say that the cat that was sitting right.
Wow.
Man, look at this here.
Into his body. See, the only thing he can do is he has these eye movements, and he'll be looking at a computer, can't speak, can't talk, can't move, can't even poop or pee by himself. He needs a colostomy bag so that the poop comes out of his butt, and then they've got to put one of those things into his urethra or whatever it is, so they can get the pee out of him. And basically, he's going full cyborg. This is really, really incredible. Kind of reminds me of Stephen Hawking or one of these kinds of things. But what's specifically interesting about this case is this is somebody who's had access to classified technology, black ops, dark web, deep state tech that they're only just starting to release to the American public, like D-Wave, quant computers that are held at sub-degree zero temperatures that are colder than any of the farthest reaches of outer space. And they're pushing the envelope because billionaires around the world don't want to die. They want to live forever, just like this individual. And so what they're doing is they're trapping their literal bodies into a stasis of permanent hell, right? This is why I believe AI truly, the evil component of it, I'm sure there's some good uses too, but AI truly is the beast system rising. This is truly the Antichrist and the anti-God that's attempting to merge the biological human with machine so they escape death and then cement themselves into their own personal eternal separation from God, which it could only be called a demonic hell on earth. And this is happening in real time, in real life, and many individuals like David Icke, who we're going to have on the show here pretty quick, I've had my team reach out to him, is described as...
But no, when you start doing that, you know what I'm saying? When you start putting these devices in your body, you're no longer flesh. You know what I'm saying? Because you're merging yourself. So that's no flesh. No flesh will be saved. It don't just mean total destruction of the man's. Mankind will want things like that, but this right here is going to do it. Yeah. All of these implants, because it changes your DNA.
Straight up. You're no longer in the image of the Most High.
Right. You're in the image of what? Of who? The beast.
The beast. You dig? Now, where did the inspiration come from?
The beast.
There you go. There you go. Right? Satan's agenda.
Yep.
Take the Most High's creation and get his creation to worship him.
Because he said what? He knows he has but a short
time. You dig?
Man, this boy.
And instead of repenting and like, oh no, I'm about to check about her. You dig? You trying to basically transfer your consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
You dig? Into an algorithm. You dig? And over taking pictures with your gay ass husband.
Right. Lost his muscle movement. Boy, he's eating something. He's eating something else.
Most High melting these devils.
Man. And then on top of it too now, remember that out there in Belgium, they got that system called the AI system called the Beast system. Now the Beast, and this right here, everything that has a chip or a circuit in it, the Beast system is going to know where you are, who you are, is going to control everything that has any type of circuit in it. It's called the Beast.
Yeah.
And it's in Belgium.
We need to look that up too. These are the hours that we are in.
Mm-hmm.
And see, that's why we like, look, hey, squash all the back and forth amongst Israel. This is what we up against.
Man, I ain't got, listen, I'm not going to do it because look, man, our very salvation is at hand. Look at what's going down up there in Cali right now, right? Now, how many brothers and sisters in the truth, out the truth, have means to whereas when they see that going down, they can be like, hey, yo, this is where we're gonna meet up at. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna wait on the Most High. We're gonna get together, we're gonna have us, we're gonna have us enough food, we're gonna have, water, whatever it takes, but we'll be away from this right here. If you can't get up out the country or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Let's just have somewhere where we can go and we can meet up, man.
Yeah.
But we can still have our Sabbaths and still study on the Sabbaths and
praise
still
the Most High.
praise the Most High.
Get about these cities,
yeah,
man.
Yeah.
That's what time it is.
It's gonna be kill or be killed.
Yeah.
I'm telling you now, man.
Yeah.
It's nasty, bro. I mean, you got people, listen, they was making a run at the gas stations, all that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the stores, the gas stations.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do, man? What do you got shorties? Your shorty come up and be like, Papa, I'm hungry. What are you gonna do?
Exactly what you prepared to do. The Negro don't even know how to drop a seed in the earth.
Right.
You see?
Right.
We're so busy, preoccupied doing everything else.
Yeah. The curves of the world.
Arguing on social media about who got the best breakdowns, and you dig. And look, the Most High been showing us the whole time. And that's why we do his feast days. Get together.
Yep.
Get together. Worship and praise me. My presence is there.
Yep.
You see? Instead of trying to find for reasons to be divided, hey, start getting with your people. That's what time it is.
Yeah, man.
You see the flip side of this.
I ain't got time for that madness.
No.
I'm telling you now, man. I'm not with it. So things like this right here, because the thing about it is a lot of people don't know. You know what I'm saying? And they need a breakdown on these last days because they see it coming. They feel it coming. Look, Christians, especially the Christians, bro. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? Those old slow belly bootlickers, they ain't telling them nothing. You know what I'm saying? They need this stuff right here. You know what I'm saying? We need to give it to them instead of bickering with one another about this and that, and this. Tired of that stuff, man.
Yeah, it makes no
sense.
Senseless,
bro.
It makes no sense. No other nation is being attacked from in and without and just arguing. You feel me? At some point, you got to come to the table and say, what are our solutions?
Yeah, man.
Let's get this done. It's paramount for our survival. You see? This is what we are up against. Watch this.
As the agenda for body modification. The agenda for body modification and transgender movement is really a Central Intelligence Agency devised plan to blur the lines between what is human.
He just called the LGBTQ movement a CIA plot.
Yep.
You see? It'd be different if we were saying this. This is one of their own. And y'all always look at a heathen's facial expressions. They tell it all.
To blur the lines between what is human and not. Like, if you can cut your dick off and install tits, or cut your tits off and craft a dick from human cadaver, then there is no, like, there's no rules or boundaries, right? You don't know what sex you are. You don't know what gender you are. And to a lesser extent, well, actually to a major extent, what I'm seeing underreported is a lot of people undergoing, because they've been brainwashed and tortured by the propaganda coming from the mainstream media for so long, even though it only makes up like 0.0001% of the population. Many of these transgenders are regretting their change. They're regretting moving from female to male or male to female with the concoction of all these drugs. And many, tragically, and my heart goes out to them, praise for all these individuals, are killing themselves and committing suicide as a result.
Reprobate mind.
So the media weaponizing these ideas in children's minds. You can even walk into a Barnes & Noble bookstore and they've got books about cutting your dick off now. They've got books about, like, well, you know, it's okay to cut your dick off and install a vagina. Like, this is trauma to children. When they can't think for themselves, it is brainwashing. It's absolute insanity. But you have to understand, big picture, why it's being pushed. It's not to empower people. Just like the women's movement wasn't pushed by the deep state to empower women. It was pushed to keep you a slave. It was pushed to raise taxes, destroy the nuclear family, so that the man can no longer provide for his kids and his wife. Everyone has to work. It destroys and divides the family, so no one's talking to each other. Everyone's working all the time. They don't have a quality of life. Now, I'm pro-women in every single regard and support women's rights fully, 110%. I'm talking about the underlying real motives here. And it ties in directly with the cyborg cut your dick off agenda of transgenderism, so that body modification is normalized. So, I'm getting to it. You can now merge with machines and become cyborg. See, that's what they're doing. They blur the lines through a death by 1,000 cuts. They magnify it over a long period of time, or tell the lie enough so many times repeatedly that it becomes the truth and reality. So this is your last opportunity. Click the link below. Go to our website.
They desensitize you. That's what they do, because, see, the revolution starts with the children anyway. See, because their minds are innocent and pure. So when you start implanting all these different things in their mind and start, just like I was reading the other day, Illinois, it's mandatory now that they have to teach the LGBT, you know what I'm saying, curriculum. You know what I'm saying? It's mandatory that they have to teach that. You know, and then when you try to take the child out of school to homeschool them, then they send the peoples at you, knocking on your door, checking your cabinets. You know what I'm saying? Enough food in here, or asking you, have you been getting whooped, or do you get whoopings and all this type? Man,
come up out of her, my people.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what time. See, the Most High gonna make us come together. He gonna make you come together. All your little differences and all that, you gonna have it until Isaiah 52 is fulfilled. We're going to see eye to eye when the Most High gathers Zion.
That's right.
Then it ain't going to be no milly mouthing about nothing. Until then, he told you, assemble yourselves together and gather yourselves. That's a commandment before all of this is in play. That's why. All right. Last video, our world in 2019, the truth may shock you.
Okay, there's somebody at the door.
Now, the slow deliverance of one giant leap. A man in France builders down a robotic suit with models are hopelessly attached to our cell phones. And now Hollywood is making light of our phone obsession with a new comedy called Jetson.
It's about a guy whose new phone has an artificial intelligence program that takes over his life.
Hello, my name is Jexy, and I'm here to make your life better.
Oh, look at that. That's cool.
We start this over for y'all. Matter of fact, I'm about to post a link with my brother. It's about Shalom. All praise.
Sorry for my tardiness.
All good. All good. Good to see the brothers. All right. Our world in 2019, the truth may shock you. He's going over the image of the beast and artificial intelligence and the need for Israel to stop bickering and get yourselves together. The Most High commands it.
Now the slow, deliberate steps that may amount to one giant leap. A man in France, paralyzed from the shoulders down, is now able to walk using a robotic suit controlled by his mind. Oh yes, most of
That's how they're gonna spin it. They're gonna spin it off as something that we need. What's wrong with that? Somebody that's a paraplegic can get on up and walk now. Mali, but you, like you just said, you got to look at things from the bigger picture or the most highest vantage point. You can't just look at something just because they offering you something. Bang. Look at the end game. The end game is what? For the image of the Most High to merge with the image of the beast, for you to sync.
To compromise.
How you sync? You sync your phone, sync your contacts. This phone is called an Android. We just went over the article about the first successful gay billionaire heathen, who the Most High is melting his muscles from the inside. Right? He decides to go ahead and become the first robot, the first post-humanist. Yeah, we just went over the article. I mean, just video. And then got told later on in the video, oh, by the way, that was his husband. Oh, we was like, oh, hey.
You can't make this up.
Nah, you can't, boy. That's where we at.
Well, he got a special place for him.
Boy,
and you know, and the thing about too, man, everybody's, so I guess he was born for this purpose, huh? Since he's
everybody
the first,
is.
right. So since he's the first one to do that, right? You know what I'm saying?
Somebody had to play it on.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
We was talking about
somebody had to play Judas, didn't it?
Yeah, we was closing out the feast. We was talking about this. Somebody has to be the 2/3.
Somebody got to be the soul of discord.
Somebody be one that's falling away.
Yeah.
Somebody got to be those who, you know, we ain't supposed to be, those who we supposed to be, those who are of the circumcision and still can't get right, those who are of the circumcision still don't believe in the Messiah. Right. Everybody is playing a part, bro. Yeah. If not, then the word of God ain't true.
Right.
That's why we can turn to the word of God at any time, at any day, or any situation and find an answer and be frighteningly accurate.
To anything.
To anything. Right. Because everybody's playing the part that he set up.
That's right. That's right. Watch this.
of us are hopelessly attached to our cell phones. And now Hollywood is making light of our phone obsession with a new comedy called Jexy.
It's about a guy whose new phone has an artificial intelligence program that takes over his life.
Hello, my name is Jexy, and I am here to make your life better.
Oh, look at that. That's cool.
I control your email and bank account. No one puts baby in a corner.
Why are you doing this?
I am programmed to make your life better.
4 years ago, this man was paralyzed in a fall. Even today, his spinal cord is too badly damaged to transmit signals from his brain to his limbs. And yet he can walk by using the power of the mind and a 65-kilo exoskeleton. The road ahead may be long, but every journey begins with a single step.
Surveillance capitalism.
Our first stop, Silicon Valley in California. Apple, Google, and Facebook all have their headquarters here. It's the epicenter of the digital revolution. The tech industry has changed the face of the San Francisco Bay Area. New startup companies launch every day. Rents have exploded, and artificial intelligence is the buzzword. A new type of supermarket recently opened its doors here. Amazon Go. All you need here is an app. Hold your mobile phone to the scanner, and you're in. As Leonardo shows me Amazon's new menus and explains that the language assistant Alexa can help with the preparation at home, I'm under constant surveillance. Which shelf do I stop at? Which products am I interested in? Picture going from this to this. Improving your vision means seeing the world as it. On the ceiling, sensors and cameras. Intelligent image recognition captures my every move. What do I take off the shelf? What do I put back? And what do I take with me? This branch is still in its test phase, but Amazon plans to open 50 such grocery stores this year alone.
Just walk out.
The end of the sales assistant. Just walk out. No more standing in line. No cashiers. I feel a bit like a shoplifter as I leave. Comfort at the cost of privacy.
Man.
And speaking of mind control, is that Facebook's next potential step? I mean, they seem to be else. After the most recent acquisition, some people are now starting to think it's almost heading in that direction, right?
Insiders say this could be one of Facebook's most substantial acquisitions within the last 5 years. Flagship product of Control Lab.
That say Facebook is ready to pay $1 billion for mind reading CTRL Labs startup. Yeah. The Great Hack is on Netflix. Cambridge Analytica. That's who Facebook hired. They're called data engineers. Cambridge Analytica. You understand? Data engineers. That's who Facebook hired. You understand? To basically hack your brain. So while you're on Facebook arguing about everything and what are your thoughts and I'm feeling like this and look, you ain't even got to be friends with the cat. You can be a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend, and they got your data. Edward Snowden just released this book. You know, the spy, the NSA spy that found asylum over in Russia. He came out with a book 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Talking about how Facebook stealing everybody's data. Y'all remember Edward Snowden from a few years ago, the white boy? You understand? That basically was called a spy. But he was a whistleblower. That's a new name for a snitch now, a whistleblower.
Right.
He started snitching on, you know.
Right.
new name for snitch.
Right.
They call them whistleblowers now. But he just came out with a book and just was like, look, Facebook been stealing all that. That's classified data, but they been stealing all your data. So why is it a surprise now they're ready to pay $1 billion for mind control? And you still think your thoughts are your own. Or somebody can type something remotely in the area of what you're thinking, and you be like, you talking about me.
Bro,
You talking about me. Nigga, pull up, cuz. Nigga, pull up.
It comes to the point I could have been having a conversation with a brother right next to me, and I'm scrolling on Facebook, and exactly what I'm talking about is advertising.
Exactly.
You know
Exactly.
I was like, wait a minute, I was just talking about Chick-fil-A.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Now, how is
Now
Chick-fil-A being advertised?
Advertised right on my news.
Yo, if y'all get on Netflix, look up the documentary. It's called The Great Hack. It's about Facebook and how they hired who you call Cambridge Analytica. Hey, the very data engineers that Donald Trump hired to organize and run his campaign. Yeah, it's a new film. Yeah, The Great Hack. Now watch that. Man, look, I watched that deal and was like, dang. When I was on Facebook, I just was, article here and there, scripture. I'm off that deal. It did. I just deactivated my page last week. Like, I don't even want to. Let me fall back a little taste.
Right.
And let me fall on back and just, I keep the YouTube going for as long as I can. Let me just get on off this deal.
Hey, check this out.
Some
headlines just in.
What you got?
Says Tokyo. Hundreds of thousands of households in Japan were advised to evacuate due to fears of flooding as a powerful typhoon was set to make landfall late on Saturday, bringing with it the heaviest rain and winds in 60 years.
Boy.
And this was see, I didn't even hear about this was this was last October the 12th. October the 12th.
If you can, Send that to my send that to Nehemiah, and then send that on out.
Yeah, I'm doing the hack right now.
Man, the great hack. I'm telling y'all, when you watch it, you're gonna be like, whoa. You dig? And like you say, T bro, there's no coincidence. That happened to me hundreds of times on Facebook. I could be talking to sis right here about, I don't know, herbs, you know, healing herbs, sour sop or something, right? And I guarantee something to pop across my thing about sour sop. Now watch this.
Is a wristband that measures neuron activity to transmit it into computer input. While the device doesn't read your mind, it decodes electrical impulses from muscle fibers. It then moves and translates them into a digital signal your device can understand. Control Labs co-founder Thomas Reardon.
See, signals your device can understand. Look, you've been hacked. The 5G towers.
Yeah, crucial.
Hey, and y'all notice when they servicing them towers, why they got on radiation suits? Why you got on radiation suits?
Them into a digital signal your device can understand. Electrical impulses from muscle fibers. It then moves and translates them into a digital signal your device can understand. Control Labs co-founder Thomas Reardon says the goal is to explore new interactions and to exploit powers you already have.
The question
Powers
Control Labs is
you
not
already have.
how do we make our devices more capable?
Powers you already have.
To explore new interactions.
The Bible says we are fearfully and wonderfully made, right? If you really understood how powerful you were, they do. They understand how to hack you, you dig? And to manipulate matter and brain waves and all that. Yeah, and now you manifest in all type of darkness. They control your tools of manifestation. They control your thoughts, right? Your speech and your walk. So now you're manifesting Satan's kingdom. That just said powers you already have. Not looking, I ain't telling y'all something that I just didn't read. I'm talking about what I've beared witness to. We are fearfully and wonderfully made. We are. We are. Now watch this.
And to exploit powers you already have.
The question at Control Labs is not how do we make our devices more capable? It's how do we ourselves become more capable? Neural interfaces are the root solution to this problem.
Bosworth says technology like this has the potential to open up new creative possibilities and reimagine 19th century inventions in a 21st century world. Ultimately, he believes it'll change acts.
Look at it.
This robot just introduced itself as an android created to
Japan robots. Roboticists predict rise of the machines. Now, this is an actual robot talking to you, introducing itself.
speak freely. Erica is the world's first cyborg-type robot developed to help you around the house. The Japanese roboticist behind the machine says,
designed to help you run the house. So later, for getting you a wife or another wife, they go get you a robot. Go get you.
That's what the monogamous gonna say. You got me. If you want something else, get you a robot. Class coming.
Hey, go get you a robot nanny.
Bro,
not true. And don't
be cool with you taking on another robot.
I'm here.
You can take on another robot.
Hey,
she better not be a sex bot.
I was saying, look, they got the sex bots now too. You see? Y'all see where this is going?
Yeah. The virtual reality.
Yeah.
And then peep game right now. These right here are gonna be so realistic looking in the near future. And don't forget about what Sister was saying earlier. Project Bluebeam gonna be in effect too. So we're gonna have a whole gamut of things that we're gonna have. That's why the secret place of the Most High, the wilderness, bro. In these last days, you know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna be too much going on out here. We're gonna be spotted. We're gonna stick out like a sore thumb anyway.
That's right.
So I mean, man, it all goes hand in hand.
Hey, bro, it's gonna be like that movie with Roddy Piper and them, but they're gonna be able to know you see the truth. They're gonna be on your head, boy.
Oh yeah, the
Roddy Piper and old boy.
Yeah, old boy, Kirby, from Dead Presidents.
They put them glasses on, they can see people.
They see, they live. They live. They live.
I remember that. Yeah.
He had to bomb on them to get them to put them glasses on. Put these glasses on.
Bang it, man. I don't want to see the truth. I love my
It's a bad rap because of Hollywood films. I cannot believe this. Why, the Hollywood hate the robots so much, and Hollywood want to destroy this world with a robot so many times. It seems crazy. To him, the relationship between humans and technology is a natural one. Ishiguro says recent breakthroughs in robots and artificial intelligence will accelerate the synthesis of human and machine. It's unclear what the actual dangers of this technology are. Robots are widely used in Japan, but not all of them look like us. While only a handful of people are looking to fine-tune technology that could blur the line between human and machine, it's likely to become more than mere science fiction sooner than we think.
Right.
These robots aren't assembling cars. They're the big attraction in Beijing's latest smart restaurant.
Smart restaurants. Look at this. Y'all, in the age where they even got smart water now. Smart water, smart food, smart cars, smart phones. You say it's a smart McDonald's.
Smart Walmart.
Okay, it's a smart McDonald's down in Florida. This right here is a smart restaurant.
And it's kind of to the followers and believers in the Most High, man. It's very repulsive. You know what I'm saying? To me, it is. You know what I'm saying? Because what it's doing is that it's Satan. I guess he think he'll get the kingdom by default if he destroys all of mankind. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
it's a plan type sense. Destroy the people. God ain't got no reason to come back and deal with it. I know that sin separates them from the love of the Most High. So I keep them in sin. Right. Guess what? The Most High is going to sit back on them.
But he already got us reserved, though. he got us reserved, bro. It ain't going to happen, Cap. Right.
It's a good strategy.
Yeah.
You know what them demons talk crazy? Oh, no! You came before time!
Hold up, you early.
Oh, bro,
you early. I got another Jubilee. Hold up.
AI in the kitchen and automated waiters.
Look at this, man. And again, for y'all that don't believe in the New Testament, where does all this fit into in prophecy? Like, it's to the point now you can't overlook it, right? When we boldly say the Bible is the book of all prophecy. Everything that's happening. Where does artificial intelligence fit in it? Right? Now, for y'all that don't believe, even the mark of the beast may be something robotic or an implant.
Or a phone.
You feel me? Where does the artificial intelligence play at in this? Or is this just something just so happened to happen and just, we ain't got nothing to worry about?
The Torah missed.
And you run around calling the mark of the beast an embargo. An embargo the United States got on Iran. It's a famous group of Israelites that teach that.
That's simple-minded as hell.
Yeah, it's a famous group of Israelites that teach that. And so even if your understanding different than ours, my question, and I done posted it, I done typed it up in no disrespect, brothers. But when this thing goes cashless, are you teaching your people to get implanted? We can argue all day about your perspective.
So that means you would advise. Because you don't see
now, true about this. I've heard men go ahead and come on out and say it. You better get that. How's them babies gonna eat? How is them? I say, there it is. There it is. These men are telling you to get implanted. Even if you say, well, it's deeper than that. We can get into the philosophy of sin and how sin gonna get you destroyed and all that. But when you're done talking, the technology for the cashless society is here.
Oh, it is here.
30,000 people. I mean, across the seas, people in Wisconsin and the states. I mean, people already getting chipped.
Big time.
Now you get into the robotics part of it. You dig? AI, algorithms, right? Artificial restaurants. Where does this play in at? Since you say this is just sci-fi stuff, well, what does it play in at? Go ahead, I know you got something.
Man, it's just demonic, man. And for the people who teaching that, man, you know, the people's blood gonna be on their head, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we supposed to teach to sit back, chill. You know what I'm saying? Keep the commandments, man. Put the Most High first and love your brothers as yourself. We do these things, man. Everything else gonna come, bro. And don't get to panicking when we see these things happen. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing about it is that everybody don't understand this Bible prophecy, especially the book of Revelation. So they just trying to, just like you get some people to say the mark of the beast is worshiping on Sundays. Sunday worship is the mark of the beast. I had a book about, a little pamphlet book about, I guess about 70 pages or something like that, 60, 70 pages. It was called Sunday Law, Mark of the Beast. You know what I'm saying? So everything is, they throwing everything our way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, being bold. That's why I say, yeah, we're gonna take out like a sore thumb. So if we're against each other, what chance do we stand? You know, it'll be some of these Negroes that'll see some zombies coming, right? They're sided with the zombies against us. You know what I'm saying, man? Right. You know what I mean, man? It's just, everything is a mind state, man.
This right here, Nehemiah, matter of fact, read this if you can. Right there.
That's that movie Surrogate, Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis, Surrogate. Some of y'all seen that in
2009.
Yeah. In the near future, people live their lives free of pain, danger, and complications through robotic representations of themselves called surrogates. When the first murder in more than a decade rocks this near perfect society, FBI agent Greer.
It goes more. So basically, what's happening is people are sitting at home interfaced with their robotic surrogate.
That's right.
They sitting there looking fat, messed up because they're not even moving. There was a animation, a cartoon where it was a spaceship, and the people were sitting on big machines while the robots was doing everything else.
Yeah.
Who was that Disney? I don't know if it was Disney. It was Pixar.
Man, you got all type of movies, man.
Yeah, bro, they all connected.
Equilibrium, you got that?
Yeah.
You got all type of different movies, man. Ex Machina is another one on Netflix.
Yeah,
that's another one.
Right.
Hollywood or the City of the Fallen Angels been putting out vibrations about how this thing gonna go.
Yeah.
Right.
And you really pay attention is the question.
Right. And you know what's so funny too, real quick, is that they say a lot of these megastars, so-called megastars, are cloned. And I kind of believe it.
In my spirit,
Kurt Franklin no more.
They been talking about Gucci Mane and all of them. Gucci Mane, Rick Ross.
Right.
Like, dang.
Right. You say he's the main one.
Like, whoa.
Every time I look at him, I'll be like, oh.
Right. Gucci Mane, what you
Come
did?
from an artistic minded group.
Man, I'm like, oh, that's not him. That's not him.
Right. They doing it, man. You know what I'm saying? So
let's read this real quick. Zephaniah 2. Zephaniah 2, 1 through 3. This is why the Most High keep telling Israel, you better get together. Because look at the flip side of the coin. And when you see what we up against, it really, the stuff we argue about becomes minute. You're like, all right, we'll rap about that. When I see you, I got a whole bucket of peace for you. You dig? I got a whole water hose of peace for thou.
Rotisserie or original recipe.
Yeah, I got a whole water hose of peace for thou. You dig? We got bigger fish to fry than to be arguing with each other about my perspective and your perspective.
I'm not doing it, bro.
Just like with this feast right here. This feast that we're dealing with this time is an actual gathering feast that you're supposed to actually go up and keep. Go up and keep, right? And it's for Israel to come together, dwell together, right? To commemorate what like it was in the wilderness.
And do what though? Learn the laws and commandments of the Most High.
And then,
See what I'm saying? That's what we supposed to. That's what we supposed to do, bro.
And that was no matter what school of thought. If you go to Acts chapter 2 and use that as the rubric, and you see that Israelites, no matter what it was, had different understandings, spoke different languages. You know what I'm saying? Some weren't even circumcised. Some didn't believe the Messiah.
Right.
They had to come and keep it.
Had
to come together.
One accord.
And then what?
One accord.
People like the apostles can speak to them about the fullness of Christ and thereof.
And then guess
you
what?
You saw what's supposed to be happening.
And then,
coming together, you there for a week, and you're reasoning out of scriptures what it is.
But then guess what? But then with them real quick, when them same brothers came, right? They went back to where they was from, the lands where they was from, right? So they went and taught their people the right way, what it was.
And then Shaul went through to confide or confirm or to help further build it.
But look at this parallel. Ezekiel 38, I believe it's 38, 39, where it says when the Messiah put it down on Gog and Magog, that he gonna let an eighth part escape. And they're gonna go back to where they from and tell their people. Them ones y'all call niggas and this and that and this, get them now. Bring them back to the crib as a ransom.
Bro, that's powerful. You know why? Because even when you look at all these movies, or I don't want to assume none of us live this type of life, but you do what you do to a people, you leave that one alive.
Yeah.
To go back and tell.
Yeah. But it's
so they'll know it first that if they either I'm coming or they better not come.
Good point. But guess who did it first? Is that where you at, Mally?
Zephaniah.
Yeah, I'm gonna read your Zeph, then I'm gonna
Ezekiel.
Zephaniah.
Hey, Super Swag Son say Mally tell Nehemiah that Wall E is the movie you talking about.
Wally, yeah.
Wally,
yes it was. Wally. It sure was,
I ain't never seen that.
Told
Boy, y'all some movie watching Hebrews, boy.
Hey, Tuvayah, that Altered Carbon on Netflix. Man, that's another one. Look, you chipped in your head. You digging it? They transfer your consciousness. It's called Altered Carbon.
Send that, man. Send that.
Altered Carbon.
Send it. Let me get this Zephaniah
2, 1, 2, 3.
Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yeah, gather together. O nation not desired.
Now, who's the nation not desired?
Israel.
Who are the outcasts? It's us. Notice the Most High saying, gather together. You see, y'all, that's not a suggestion or advice. That's actually a command. Y'all need look. You gonna have look, and he never said it was gonna be easy.
It's not.
He never said that. Go ahead.
And look, this is another thing, right? Actually, I was having this talk with some Hebrews yesterday. Listen, we supposed to gather together, right? And we all come from different schools of thought, right? And we need to chop it up with each other, right? Because some people, something that Maddie might have to present or you might have to present, like when the elder came here doing the thing, you've been on what he's been teaching. The same time, you thought you was the only ship out here in the sea.
I knew it was others, but you know,
you never met him.
Right.
Now you got an elder that was way older than you, over 20 years older than you, on the same thing you own, and y'all both can go straight to scripture and do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The whole thing is if we get to, just like this, we do the Feast of Tabernacle, right? IUIC there, AOI, AOC, ISUPK, Honor and Humility, Order Melchizedek, you know what I'm saying? Any of these other camps that's out there, right? We can come together and keep a feast. That don't mean that I got to sit up under your teachers, right? Because that's a different assembly, right? I still go back home and still be Honor and Humility. You go back home and still be IUIC. But we at least can come together as the Most High commanded us to do what? Keep the feast, right? And then what you think Israelites going to do when they get together? They'll chop it up.
Yeah.
We went to the award show the first year, brother. We was up in the food room. But we was up against the wall. So Joseph this. That
man,
bro, and we ate food together and we harmonized, bro. Nobody was nigga Joseph. It wasn't on none of that.
You know what? we had them cornered in. We had the boots circled in. You know
what I'm saying?
Hey, them young lions were smelling blood. They like, nigga, what?
Sound
you know what I'm saying? Hey, called the Bruce soon as he got off stage. Like, hey, come here. Let me rap to you. But it was all good in the end.
It was all good.
It was all good.
That's what I'm doing.
It was all good in the end.
So just because we gather together don't mean you have to sit up under their theology. I'm not gonna sit up under GMS. I'm not gonna teach you lawful rape. I'm not gonna sit up under IUIC. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe Joseph is the father. I'm not gonna sit up under AOI because I don't believe in regeneration, reincarnation, whatever you call it today. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna sit right here where I'm at. But them still are my brothers. Why? Because they believe in the Messiah and keeping the commandments.
And guess what?
We can chop it up on doctrine all day long.
And check it out, another thing too. Now, for those who do make it to the wilderness, you ain't gonna have no choice unless you're gonna get purged.
Unless
you're gonna get purged like Dathan and his boys got purged. Dig what I'm saying? So we're gonna have to come under one accord when we make it to that wilderness, bro. Whether brothers believe it's a wilderness or not, listen.
If you get called, you gotta go.
Right.
You're gonna go.
Right. So we're gonna be, we're gonna be under the same umbrella. Once we want to get down, gonna lay down. Okay.
Lamb's book office at Honor and Humility. Do you think Truth Unveiled 777 is a false teacher? I don't know. I don't even know. Maybe I've seen some of the videos before or something, but I don't know. I gotta look. I gotta look into whoever that is.
Yeah, I bet now he got some real stuff and stuff that you have to question, just like basically about everybody else.
Right.
But he brings facts at times. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I did check them out a few times, more than a few times.
Okay. All right, let's get to Zephaniah 2,
verse 2. Before the decree bring forth.
That's one before. Go ahead.
Before the day pass as the chaff.
The second before. Go ahead.
Before the first anger of the Most High come upon you.
The third before. Go ahead.
Before the days of the Most High's anger come upon you.
That's 4 befores in one verse.
Seek ye.
And seek.
Seek ye the Most High, all ye meek of the earth, which have wrought his judgment. Seek righteousness. Seek meekness. It may be, ye shall be hid in the day of Yahweh's anger.
Now look, you see that's coming. We see what we up against with the robots and
hid in the day
and the government and look, y'all, they about to have a civil war amongst each other.
Truth's been called.
You know what I'm saying? We showed earlier today about how Iran just got attacked too. Give me a second witness to that, Jay. Isaiah 45.
Hid in the day.
Yeah, you want to be hid.
That's right.
You want to be hid. That's why he say, that's what he say, gather together. Start moving toward each other. And yeah, we got some brothers out here that got crack pipe logic.
Yeah.
You're gonna bump into it. And you're gonna hear it. You dig? So you might as well go ahead and just stop it and be like, well, nah, nigga, I'll mess around and steal off or something and get on about it. Man, look, it ain't gonna work.
Handle your position. You're working your job trying to still off on math and he tell you to sweep the floor.
Yeah.
Go supply the stock.
Or go to lunch with the witch.
You might, you heard people say you might have thought about it.
Yeah.
But you ain't doing it.
Hey, or go to lunch with the witch and rub shoulders and make coffee next to him.
Come on, I'm talking about, bro. You're in an office that got everything in your office. Everybody's office right now in this captivity is geared for Halloween. Yeah. Act like it's the guy who walked in the bank today. Halloween everywhere.
Man, it's everywhere.
School, so you work with these heathen, pagan, non-believing in your Messiah and your Elohim, and you work with them side by side with smiles for a check.
Hollywhocking.
Sam's a good man.
Right. Yeah, that's right. That's what he said. Right. Hey, check it. Isaiah chapter 45, verse 20.
Yeah.
Here it is again. Assemble yourselves and come. Draw near together.
Now it knows what it said. That's the second witness of Zephaniah 2 and 2. Or Zephaniah 2, 1 and 2. Second witness is Isaiah 45 and 20. Assemble yourselves and what?
And come
and draw near separate.
Draw near together.
These are commands of the Most High.
So don't say, I think you should. Perhaps if you will.
No.
Maybe if.
No.
Oh.
Ye that are escaped of the nations. Ye that are escaped of the nations.
Now, who are ye that have escaped of the nations? That's you amongst the nations.
Right.
You understand? You see, eventually you're gonna have to come out of them. Whether it's you coming about in this construct, these cities, and with your people in these various rural areas, and eventually you got to leave her. Everybody got to turn to his own people and flee to his own land. That's what it says in Isaiah 13, Jeremiah 50, and Jeremiah 51.
Yes, sir.
It say it 3 times.
Yep.
Eventually, that's just what it is. You're going to have to be together.
So get together.
Says you might as well start working on it now. Why you think the feast? Why you think the feast days are so important?
Right.
Go ahead, Doc.
Okay, verse 20, Isaiah 45, verse 20.
Yeah.
Assemble yourselves and come, draw near together, ye that are escaped of the nations. They have no knowledge that set up the wood of their graven image and pray unto a God they cannot save.
All right, let's get back to this video real quick. A God that cannot save. Sister, y'all didn't mention Pastor Dial. I'm supposed to be going to see Dial. I'm probably going to see Dial next month. We out in the Straightway a few times. They've been reaching out.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, we're gonna chop it up. You know, Elder got a lot of wisdom when it comes to off the grid living, and
Gonna
chop it up.
And it's a funny brother too.
Yeah. He invited us out to the Tennessee Straightway, Tennessee. You know, he got like 9 or 10 assemblies. You know what I'm saying? And but Tennessee is the main one. You dig? So he invited. You know, he reached out. You know, to the brothers. We like, what's good? Come on up the Straightway.
right.
And for a while, listen, my brothers that's listening, we was just in the Office of Accountability meeting today, right?
Yeah.
And that boy Jeremiah said, Straightway, I saw you and Pastor Dow like.
Where at it?
I don't know yet. I don't know. East Tennessee, somewhere. I don't know where yet. He said he got 90 acres. It's like 90 football fields. And been building. That was up.
He live on you. You see what he do, bro? Listen, he's doing the work.
Man, look.
You know what I'm saying? And listen, we all have differences with certain things. With every Israelite camp, no one camp got it all.
Yeah.
So we might have some indifferent, bro.
Oh yeah, we definitely. Shemuel, he said he got to watch that. He got a lot of heathens in this assembly. I know.
Hey, bro, that's
I'm
what
already
I
here. I'm already here, brother.
That is what
I'm already here, brother. You did, but just to go chop it up. It ain't no thing.
That don't hurt.
Yeah, just go chop it up. You may have a lot of knowledge and wisdom we may need to set up Israelite, you know what I'm saying, communities outside these cities. That's actually what time it is. And you're talking about a brother that's been doing it well over 20 years. You dig? And look, they on that deal building.
But see, it goes both ways too, because the thing about it is that I'm not always under the impression that it's because it's like this. We have a lot to offer too. You dig what I'm saying? And when people reach out at time, they be reaching out also too for some understanding on certain things. That's why they will even contact you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So my thing is that, you know, one hand washes the other. You know what I'm saying? I mean, bro. So, like you say, meeting together, it ain't no bad thing, bro.
That's
because thing about it is that I don't care what denomination you in, we still Israel, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And these still the last days. And the world, the earth, getting ready to get it handed to them. I'm telling you, bro, it's going down, man.
Isaiah King, you got the email out. We coming to see you too. He said he got 50 acres in Georgia with a 7-acre pond. Email me, bro.
Boy, you said a 7-acre pond.
Yeah, email me, bro, because I'm supposed to be down in Georgia too. So we got land down in Georgia. I'm supposed to be going down that way to visit. So email me out.
Brush, I'm gonna have to save up some gas money. Now I'm saying,
Yeah.
Gas money.
Yeah. Hey, y'all STL brothers on the way.
That's right. Hey, check it out. This is Ezekiel 39, right quick. What I was talking about.
Okay.
This is Ezekiel 39, verse 1. Therefore, thou son of man, prophesy against Gog, and say, thus saith the Most High, behold, I am against thee, Gog, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and I will turn thee back and leave but the 6th part of thee, and will cause thee to come up from the north ports, and will bring thee upon the mountain of Israel. And I will smite thy bow out of thy left hand, and will cause thine arrows to fall out of thy right hand. Thou shalt fall upon the mountains of Israel, thou and all thy bands, and the people that is with thee. I will give thee unto the ravenous birds of every sort, and to the beasts of the fields to be devoured. Okay, but see why I want to stop right there. He's going to turn back a 6th part.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because then when you read Isaiah 66, let me just hit this right quick, bro. This just gonna be
No, you good.
Okay, let me see.
Wherever the spirit leads you. Where we at? Isaiah what?
Isaiah 66.
Let me pull it up.
Okay.
May the Most High bless every last one of y'all that be praying and donating to the ministry. You understand? May the Most High increase your hands 1,000-fold.
That's right.
A special salute and shout out to all the haters, jaw jackers, and naysayers. We love y'all too. Love y'all too. You dig? All right, Isaiah 66.
Isaiah 66, I'm going to start at 16.
And it ain't always a bad thing to have enemies. It keep you on your toes.
So do.
It keep you on your toes, brother. You want to start at 15?
Yeah.
Start 15?
Yeah, start at 15. Start at 15. For behold, the Most High will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind to render his anger and with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire.
Y'all see how and this is about the return of Messiah. Like, this ain't happened yet. If you ask somebody, when does this happen? They're going to say, well, it ain't happened. Oh, well, that means it's at a time in front of us then. Y'all see, the return of the Messiah ain't about flowers and Jolly Ranchers.
It's war, baby.
Yeah. You're talking about fiery whirlwinds and chariots. Rebuke a flame with flames of fire, right? Come on.
For by fire and by his sword will the Most High plead with all flesh, and the slain of Yahweh shall be many.
Plead meaning judge. Plead don't mean beg, like, come on, guys. Come on and worship me. Plead means judge. He's going to judge all flesh by fire. That's an element. And by his sword. Woo, let's read that plea.
And for you ones who think it's still cool to eat swine, check it out. Be eating it at this time when he come back. See what's gonna happen.
8199. Shaphat. Shaphat.
Shaphat or Shapat. Look at that. Judge. Judge, plead, avenge, condemn, execute, judgment, punish, to act as lawgiver or judge or governor. Yeah. So when it says he gonna plead with all flesh, he's not coming to beg you about nothing. Judgment.
I read out every time people take that word plead, they think he's coming to suggest something.
I am the Lord thy God. I have created thee.
Please get right.
Because this is a time, this is the time where the grace has run out. The grace is gone right here.
Grace gone, bro.
No, say the slain of the Most High shall be many. You dealing with a creator that has the highest body count on record. You don't know nobody to put down more people than the Most High. Name the hardest gangsters you know and combine them. Name all the dictators.
All of the annals of time.
Yeah, all your dictators.
All of them.
Bring Hitler in and Mao Zedong and bring them all in.
Now, Mao Zedong.
Yeah.
Mao Zedong.
Stalin.
Show Khan from the video
game.
You still ain't got nobody.
Yeah. And combine all of them. Genghis Khan. All of them. Genghis Khan. And combine them, and you won't even come close to how many bodies the Most High done put down. Slain of the Most High shall be many. Right? Come on, Hebrew.
Verse 17. They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh, and the abomination and the mouse shall be consumed together, saith Yahweh.
It don't say saved together. It says consumed, destroyed, devoured, eating abomination. Because there are Israelites that teach, conscious Israelites, that the dietary law don't matter no more. They basically teaching what the church teach. All right, where we at?
Verse 18. For I know their works and their thoughts. It shall come that I will gather all nations and tongues, and they shall come and see my glory. Now, where is this going to be? This is going to be in the Valley of Jehoshaphat.
Dang, that ain't going to be in St. Louis?
Nah, bruh.
What about Florida?
Right.
What about California? You talking about over in the land, huh? Sound like that's the Valley of Decision, brother.
Yes, sir.
All right, come on, let's get it.
Okay, verse 19. And I will set a sign among them And I will send those that escape of them unto the nations, to Tarshish, Pool, and Lud, that draw the bow, to Tubal and Javan, to the isles afar off, that have not heard my fame, neither have seen my glory, and they shall declare my glory among the Gentiles.
That's right.
Now, real quick, those are the ones he's going to let escape, according to Ezekiel chapter 39, so they can tell about the get down of the Most High.
The destruction.
Right. I'm going to check this out, verse 20. I'm going to finish it up right here. And they shall bring all your brethren for an offering unto the Most High, out of all nations, upon horses, and in chariots, and in litters, and upon mules, and upon swift beasts, to my holy mountain, Jerusalem.
To where?
To Jerusalem.
Sound like a location.
Yes, sir. Salvation by location, huh?
See, that sounds like a location. Notice it says as an offering, right? To appease the wrath of the Most High.
Yep.
See, when the Most High open up and you start seeing them plagues unleashed,
right,
all the funny's going to be off the table.
Just like Pharaoh.
Yeah, yeah. Come on.
And nothing too real quick. And these are going to be part of our servants. You know what I'm saying? They're going to have servitude.
Yeah, yeah. Slavery, servitude, you know, men servants, maid servants.
The whole 9 yards.
The word servant and slave is the same as Obed.
I need these size 15 rugs.
All right, come on.
I need these size 15 wide widths rugs.
Okay, and
bathers!
What do you like?
Word.
Come on,
right, here we go. And upon mules and upon swift beasts, to my holy mountain Jerusalem, said the Most High, as the children of Israel bring an offering in a clean vessel into the house of Yahweh.
Yeah.
That's it.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Hallelujah.
All praises. Let's finish this off real quick and then get this prayer off.
I have a meeting here with the design researcher Geisha Yulst, a former internet ambassador.
Turn around all that
Traction in Beijing's latest. These robots aren't assembling cars. They're the big attraction in Beijing's latest smart restaurant. AI in the kitchen and automated waiters. I have a meeting here with the design researcher Geisha Yulst, a former internet ambassador for the German government. She's currently spending a research semester at Tongji University in Shanghai. I asked her about her impressions of China.
They aren't just robots serving the food. The whole kitchen is digitized. Refrigeration is monitored, supply chains are monitored. There are dashboards for everything. Everything is connected here, where they're testing what works and which aspects can be implemented in other restaurants of this chain.
But what about...
There seems to be a trade-off between security and privacy. You often hear how AI has increased public safety. For instance, that the ubiquitous surveillance cameras have dramatically increased the crime-solving rate. It's hard for us to relate to because privacy and personal rights are so important for Germans. But here there's a different tradition and take on the issue.
You know, it seems sometimes the best stories, they just kind of tell themselves, don't they? Here's another one. Have you heard about this new robot that seems to be able to jump and spin and do things that most human beings can't even do? Well, it's getting a lot of buzz online. The video's gone viral, showing what may be the future of robots.
Look at this.
It's called Atlas, and it was developed by the tech company Boston Dynamics. The robot.
Y'all look up Boston Dynamics.
Yeah.
Start looking all these companies they put out. Look them up.
Oh, they heavy hitters.
And then then trace the money. Like getting to who started the so-called startup, the CEOs, Wikipedia, these bastards. You dig? Trip up how they got their start. And look, what you're gonna start seeing is they all go back like certain individuals. You feel me? Satanic bastards like Elon Musk. That's that heathen right there. You dig? It's I truly believe the adversary is all up in him.
Yeah.
Controlling him.
That's old boy. Knowledge.
That's old boy that got the Tesla cars. Elon Musk. All right, watch this.
Robot stands 4'9" and weighs 176 pounds, but it has the agility and nimbleness of a professional gymnast, rolling, jumping, and spinning. The video posted September 24th and already has more than 3 million views.
How you? Well, Jay, he just asked is how you about to go to war? And they got look. Those things gonna be soldiers shortly. Soldiers. Look, T-Brew looking them up now. Look at all that. That's what we up against. That's why Israel, you better hurry up. You better. You did because everything that you doing is in jeopardy. They don't need you to work in these warehouses no more.
Yep.
They don't need you to serve no food. They don't need you. Pretty soon they ain't finna need you for nothing.
They don't even need you for sex.
No, exactly.
And don't forget about real quick the Georgia Guidestones. When they only want like about 500,000 people left, right? And also too, that came out years ago, the little color code thing, to where they're gonna have people, you're gonna have black, you're gonna have I believe red and yellow, right? And if you because they're gonna mark your crib or your mailbox, you know what I'm saying, or they're gonna know because you're in the system. Whatever color they designate you, if you yellow, that means you're more passive. So they're gonna keep you amongst the 500,000, but the rest they're going to destroy because what you just get through saying they don't need you no more.
Yeah, you're expendable. Yeah.
Yep. The population is
Boston Dynamics is known for creating robots that mimic humans and animals like Spot here. Cool, but also kind of creepy. This video from 2016 shows an older version of Atlas marching through snowy woods. Just imagine hundreds or thousands of them. One YouTube user describes a fictitious conversation going like this. Boston Dynamics employee, hey pal, how are you today? Atlas, I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle. Sound familiar?
I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle.
Terminator.
For now, Atlas doesn't ride a motorcycle or wear clothes. It also doesn't have the artificial skin that some companies are already in the process of developing. That's for, to quote the Terminator, I would be back.
That's where we at. Look at that.
like St. Louis, right? Ain't that where we at though?
Look at that. They say play now. Look at that. And this is the ad. Look at that, boy.
Oh,
like surrounded.
Ain't that the Gulf of Mexico?
The Gulf of Mexico right here. It's the Pacific Ocean.
That's St. Louis,
this
man.
Is St. Louis.
That's
right up in there.
That's St. Louis, bro.
Knows how this deal been split though.
Look at that.
Now look at that. It's been split though. Bang.
Yeah.
Bang. You dig? Look how Babylon been surrounded. And y'all, this is a game. It's called Eco World War III game.
Look at that.
Now there's a scripture in Revelation talking about the city, the great city, fell into 3 parts. This deal is divided into 3 zones. Bang, bang, bang.
Right, and then look what this is. Look where that's split at right there.
And look at all the drones and everything above it. Look at the naval destroyers down in the Gulf. Put yourself in array against Babylon, right?
Yep. An array. That's right.
An array means to surround her. Look at that. Y'all, and this is a game. Now, y'all, look, this is an ad to the video we watch to show y'all you can't make this up. I didn't even know this was part of this. I didn't know the ad. Yeah,
they got that flag right on downtown where the arch is at. That's what. Yeah. Right, man.
Yeah, like we talking about it, right? So then the ad pops up, like on Facebook. You can't make this stuff up, man.
Bro. I don't believe in coincidences, partner.
Let me run this back.
That's crazy. Now it make me want to see what that game about. What's that called again?
It's called Eco World War III game.
ConflictNations.com. Wow.
ConflictNations.com. Y'all see that? That's the world you in. Look at that. Conflict Nations, World War III, Rising Tides of War. Play now.
That is something. Remember, we program robots.
By the way, I can't stop. You know, I'm a big sports fan. So on weekends, I like to watch my Minnesota Twins or Miami Dolphins or whatever. I like to watch sports. Every commercial is about, you know, artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence. It's coming. It's going to be great. It's going to make your life wonderful. I think about you all the time when I see those commercials. They're everywhere.
Artificial intelligence programs itself. And the first thing artificial intelligence wants to do is to figure you out. And whenever we talk about robots, whether it's sex robots or war robots, we're not talking about something that
he say it's so
wants
casual.
to do.
Those commercials. They're everywhere.
Artificial intelligence programs itself.
Artificial intelligence programs itself. Y'all can't play with this thing. Look, y'all, this is demon technology. This is fallen technology. Because think about it. Think about it. What inspired this? Inspire means in spirit.
The devil. It's demon technology.
Yeah,
man.
you didn't wake up, sniff the Folgers, and say, I want to make something that can mimic an image of God, but not be a creation of God.
And it had the most technology, just like Hitler did when he was doing what he did. You know what I'm saying? You have to be more satanic than everybody else. Elon Musk, man, I'm telling you, it's some about that cat right there, because he's been on this for some years, right? But check it out. It's this movie called Virtuosity with Denzel Washington.
Yeah.
I want you to send this because it's dealing with that AI. I'm talking about.
And that was a long time ago.
That was a 90-something. But check it, because what we're talking about now, it's called Virtuosity with Denzel Washington.
Man, that came out in the 90s. Also, y'all, Transcendence with your boy, not the Scientologist, but what's that boy name? But anyway, he figured out a way to transfer his consciousness. Right, they in California. It's in the near future. He didn't transfer his consciousness. He's a doctor. I forgot that heathen's actual name. Oh right, it was Johnny Depp.
Oh,
Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
You dig? It's a movie that just came out. I think it came out last year or the year before. It's called Transcendence. Yeah, watch that too. And you're gonna see, look, this is the agenda these heathens are up to. And watch this. He just said artificial intelligence programs itself.
That is dangerous in a whole nother level.
No, I didn't want the definition.
And the first thing artificial intelligence wants to do is to figure you out.
Yep.
And whenever we talk about robots, whether it's sex robots or war robots, we're not talking about something that we are in control of anymore. Now, the next part.
We are not talking about something that we are in control of anymore. Do y'all see this?
Terminator is the perfect movie, even the newest one, bro. It's gonna rebuild, and grow itself. It's gonna realize you're the virus.
You're the virus.
You're the problem.
Ain't that something?
You created me to fix the world, to fix humanity. What happens when it finds out that humanity
is the virus?
Is the problem and the virus? Extermination.
But you know what? But the world hates the Most High, right? So they gonna welcome this stuff in. They gonna welcome it with open arms.
They got churches made to AI.
We looking that up next. Wow. The artificial intelligence God.
You ain't know that?
They worshiping.
I ain't seen
they
that.
Worshiping it.
I ain't seen that, bro.
What? I shared everything with you.
We'll get up.
I'm
praying.
going off.
Yeah. What y'all do a psalm. Do Psalm 91. Hey, y'all, we about to pray real quick.
Oh, yeah, Psalm. There we go.
We're going to face Jerusalem. We're going to do Psalm 91.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Once I get my roaring capabilities back, we'll be doing Y'all
I
already
be
know.
new. Watch my
Yeah.
Day.
That's right. That's right.
That's right.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Hey, boy, praying for that roar to come back.
Nah,
Boy.
hit me back.
The lion must roar.
I just gotta be quiet for the tapes. It'll be on back.
And see this right here too, real quick.
Always
It's
got
just,
brothers with you.
it's just basically, man, Most High letting us know, yo, we keep him first. This is what he gonna do for us.
That's right.
We gonna see the reward of the wicked. We ain't gonna behold it. We gonna see.
The scriptures out the other day.
Hallelujah.
Psalm 91. With the Most High's permission, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty.
Hallelujah.
I will say of Yahweh, he is my refuge and my fortress, my power, in him will I trust. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings thou shalt trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flies by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee.
Hallelujah.
Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked.
Hallelujah.
Because thou hast made Yahweh, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and adder, the young lion and the dragon shalt thou trample under feet. Because he hath set his love upon me. Because he hath set his love upon me. Therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high, because he hath known my name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him and show him my salvation. Hallelujah! Say loud! Yahoo!
That's right. That's right. That's right. Perfect song for what we up against, ain't it, boy?
Man, listen.
Perfect song.
It gives you hope. It gives you hope, bro.
These scriptures are your rest.
Right. And our shield and buckler.
That's right.
Once these are armed, let's go back in time. One of the worst things that ever happened in warfare was the use of the longbow. Because it was the first time that man separated himself from mano a mano. I'm looking at you in the eye and I'm stabbing you and I'm smelling you when we're fighting. And once I distance myself from my enemy, I lose the impact of what I'm doing. You're not the same. I can divorce myself. I've shot the arrow. I don't have to
It's almost cowardly, right?
It's called artillery. It's called bombing. It's called warfare.
I'm fascinated by China, but it also puzzles me. How can they be reconciled? The high civilization of ancient China and the modern industrial state with surveillance cameras everywhere. The Longgan district in Shenzhen. In the heart of China's booming economic region, north of Hong Kong, we visit the Smart City Control Center.
The Smart City Control Center. Y'all, look, this thing is heard.
So is Shenzhen currently healthy or sick?
Right.
A smart surveillance system scans the entire city. Illegal structures, like this one on a roof, are quickly identified and demolished. To me,
Weaponized.
some of this feels like the backdrop to a science fiction movie. Employees with live streaming body cams inspect side streets. This is total surveillance. Chen shows me how cameras installed in restaurant kitchens even keep tabs on cleanliness. But doesn't the chef mind being monitored all the time? The system logs all the people who view the images. Anyone who looks at them without permission is punished.
Dang, hold on, what?
Total transparency for the purpose of progress. Chen says who view the images. Anyone who looks at them without permission. But doesn't the chef mind being monitored all?
Y'all hear this?
Chen shows me how cameras installed in restaurant kitchens even keep tabs on cleanliness. But doesn't the chef mind being monitored all the time? The system logs all the people who view the images. Anyone who looks at them without permission is punished.
Anyone that looks at the images without permission is punished. Man, y'all see where we at. Again, no time to be arguing amongst each other about nothing. Now we got so much we up against, man.
Yeah.
There's a multiplicity of illusions. We at war on every front. Every front.
Every front, bro.
It is. And domestically, you're right.
Every
It is. It's time to get it right, man. You feel me? We owe the Most High that.
Yeah.
And how are you gonna be that city the Messiah said? You understand? Or how you gonna be that salt of the earth, or that city, or that light of the world, that city on top of that hill? You dig? And you can't just simply sit down and talk with each other about certain things. How you preparing to rule anything? Bragging about you ain't got no. Like, nah, bro, that's a fruit of the spirit. Fruit of whose spirit? The Most High Spirit or the Holy Spirit? We gotta learn to have patience with each other. You're gonna hear some jacked up stuff coming out your people's mouth. We just listened to a Negro the other day. There's another Negro out here talking about he the Holy Spirit. I'm like, oh no. Another one now? Boy, this Negro look like something boy out of the oh my God. Well, when you see him, you're gonna be ready. You don't want to lay hands on this. Yeah, he look like you can slap him and he break. Like one of them.
Ain't got no time for it, bro.
Yeah.
Ain't got no time
but
for it.
You did. But majority of Israel ain't out here on that. That's my point. You did. Who we talking about sitting down and talking to ain't on that. You feel me? Men like that you gotta rebuke because you blaspheme. Yeah, rebuke sharp. Like, you tripping. Get yourself together. But other than that, it's just like every nation. Look, just because Timothy McVeigh so-called blew up the Oklahoma City building, you didn't make so-called white America renounce their beliefs or renounce who they were as a people. Just because Dylan Storm Roof killed 9 of your people, that didn't make white America renounce their beliefs or deny who they were as a people. We the only people, when we hear about madness go on amongst us, we be ready to drop this whole Israelite thing. Oh no, see, that's why I ain't no Israelite no more. Oh no, I can't. Like, hold on. Every nation got crackpots amongst them. Every nation got people that just don't have them all up here. Just because an individual act up don't mean you renounce your beliefs and renounce your nation. You see, that show you how immature we are as a people.
We do it all the time. How broken we are. We are destroyed.
Yeah.
We are destroyed.
Really?
I'm saying nothing too. Talk time about over. Just like the Most High gave us a grace period. Talk time about over for foolishness, bro. I'm serious, man. I'm not with it. I'm not going to sit up here and talk to you about these things that, listen, man, you ought to know better. And the people that want to listen to you, go right ahead. You know what I'm saying? But this is what we need to be doing right here, bro. We trying to build bridges, you know what I'm saying? And anybody trying to build bridge with, if they don't want to get down to what is it? Okay, so be it. I mean, but man,
this Negro sound like he from Kentucky.
You talking about the one who say the
he sound like
smoking bluegrass, huh?
Smoking
bluegrass.
Kentucky.
It's over for the foolery.
Don't nobody know how I got here.
The time of foolery.
I'm like, oh my God. Not another one of these.
I'm like, I know how you get ready to get up out of here. Straight up. Hey, you better get on, if you get spit on, partner. I'm telling you now. Hey. Get them hands put on you, boy. Listen. We'll be happy to do it.
Israel really don't play when they come through it.
Yeah. All right, come on, let's get it.
Total transparency for the purpose of progress. Chen says residents of Longgang District approve. Jaywalking is not allowed, and offenders are immediately identified.
Jaywalking ain't allowed. Boy, I will be an offender in that city. That's all I do.
Right.
I get my jaywalk on all the time.
All the time.
I be good.
No,
I ain't walking too much.
Man, I'm not gonna walk all the way to that corner across the street.
Right. Courthouse and police station, downtown Clayton. Been there, done that.
Look here. You jaywalk once, and right away your social credit score drops.
Yo, who?
Social credit.
Now, okay, have y'all seen Black Mirrors?
Yes.
You seen Black Mirrors? Now, a lot of those episodes, you got credits in your arm. You dig? And those that are poor, they got to stay on the workout bike.
That's right. That's
to gain their credits. Yeah, you got to stay on there. You better work. You got to work out about 15 hours a day riding this bike to make sure your credits stay up. You do anything that's against the law, they take your credits. You dig? And look, the credit. It's called Black Mirrors.
Now, it's gonna confuse you because it's a lot of different scenarios within the show.
Yeah.
But you just stay in it, you'll see exactly what's gonna come out.
Man, you can watch. You can start watching it from any episode because it's weird like that. You can watch it from the last episode back to the first. Yeah.
But it got a strong message with it.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Black Mirrors is about you losing credits. See, everything will be on a credit system. You're gonna be chipped. Right? You have so many credits on your chip, whether you're rich or poor. Certain things go down, they got to find you, they take credits. Your credits get all the way down to zero, guess what happened? Lights out.
Wow.
Lights out. You don't have any credits. You don't have anything to offer.
So game over.
Yeah.
The game over.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This degree of surveillance is unthinkable in the West. But here in China, they take a different view and say it's driven a drop in crime. What does it say here?
Male youth without glasses.
Youth?
Yes, suddenly you're a youth.
I love Chinese facial recognition. Youth.
Yep. Out of Time or End of Time
Transparent
with Justin
society
Timberlake.
in the
That was a
interest
movie.
of efficiency. Some of this appears useful, but do we really want to measure, control, and analyze everything just because it's technically possible?
Out of time.
Yeah. Justin.
Won't that inevitably lead us down a road to data dictatorship?
Data dictatorship. A dictatorship on data. Cambridge Analytica. Go look them up. You think they are the data engineers that's behind the Great Hack. When y'all watch the Great Hack about Facebook on Netflix, you're gonna see how they collecting all these different billion, trillion points of data on you. You think social media is just there for your convenience and it's just all, you don't even know what you're really into. And again, you ain't even got to be the threat. You can be the friend of a friend of a friend, 50 friends removed. You dig? And you go into the same list. Yeah. Yeah.
Given big tech's monopoly power, calls for regulation are growing louder in Washington.
When you have a monopoly, whether it's over retail, whether it's over search, then it means that the public doesn't actually have the ability to understand how that information is being used, how that power is being used. Monopoly per se, unless it is regulated closely by the public, is a danger. Google means to take over the world. They mean to direct our thoughts, between person and person, our communications between person and person, our dealings in business between person and corporation. They mean to direct everything that they can. They want to know what's going on in our thermostats in our houses. They want to know what we're watching on TV. They are at a level of hubris that even the Stalinists could never have imagined pushing for.
I will need the passwords to all of your accounts.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Stupid.
Huh?
Y'all check it out. Next one we're gonna do, we're gonna get a few more scriptures. We're gonna do the artificial intelligence God.
Think it's a game, man.
Now the slow, deliberate steps that may amount to one giant leap. A man in
They out here worshiping.
Wow.
What that one I seen? Hold on.
It's over. It's over.
God like artificial intelligence. That's that heathen Elon Musk right there. Artificial intelligence God worshipped in Asia.
He got some of Genghis Khan's blood in him. Don't he, man? Like part Moabite, part Edomite.
You feel me?
Don't it, old man?
Yeah, he looks evil. I'm gonna try this one right here. All hail the AI God. But this was 1 year ago. Tech in Asia.
If you manage a team, you should be using Monday.com. It's a platform to manage any team and any project.
Anthony Lewandowski is the founder of the Way of the Future, a religious organization dedicated to the realization of a Godhead based on artificial intelligence. It sounds crazy, but he might be the man who could make it happen. He's one of the driving forces behind the self-driving AI at Google's Waymo and Uber. He's also an incredibly polarizing figure. Lewandowski got his start in AI building a self-driving motorcycle for a DARPA competition while he was still a student at Berkeley in 2005. His bike, called Ghost Rider, didn't win, but it was impressive enough to get a place in the Smithsonian. It also got the attention of Stanford robotics professor Sebastian Thrun, who hired Lewandowski in 2006 to work on a Street View-like mapping tool. Google bought the tool in 2007, and Thrun and Lewandowski took over Street View. On the side, Lewandowski had started a company called 510 Systems that was supplying a key component to Street View's mapping cars. It was a bit of a conflict of interest, but Street View was successful enough that his bosses didn't mind. In fact, Google was so happy with Street View that it let Thrun and Lewandowski focus on whatever interested them most. So they started working on self-driving cars. Lewandowski's side startup kept providing self-driving vehicle tech to Google, and he eventually convinced Google to acquire it. Lewandowski brokered the deal in a way that let him walk away with millions, while most of his co-workers got nothing. He later said, "I regret how it was handled." At Google, Lewandowski's pushy, driven nature irked some team members, but it also got results. The self-driving cars progressed quickly, and he was able to get clearance to test them on Nevada streets. But he lost his footing at Google when his mentor and boss Thrun moved elsewhere, and Google brought in a new leader Lewandowski didn't get along with. Lewandowski ended up leaving Google's self-driving project, now called Waymo, and founding Otto, the self-driving truck company subsequently purchased by Uber. At Uber, Lewandowski found a new friend and mentor in Travis Kalanick, but things haven't gone smoothly since then. Under Lewandowski, Uber struggled to get its self-driving cars on the road. Then Waymo filed suit against Uber, alleging that Lewandowski downloaded 10 gigabytes of secret Google technology just before resigning. Neither Kalanick nor Lewandowski are at Uber anymore. Both were fired this year. And Lewandowski could be on the hook for criminal charges of theft of trade secrets if the U.S. attorney opts to pursue them. But in the meantime, Lewandowski's got plenty to do. He's got a self-driving truck spin-off that Uber didn't buy, and he's got his new AI-focused religious organization. No one knows exactly what that is, but if anyone can build an AI god, it might just be Anthony Lewandowski.
Ain't that something? Now, watch this. We're going to show you his church. This devil got a church. You dig? And then two, I'm gonna try to pull up what you pulled up too. Now watch this, y'all. This deal is not a game at all. All right, it's right here. Anthony Lewandowski's Church of Artificial Intelligence. Look at this heathen. Everybody think this stuff a game, man. It's not a game.
I don't think all these people human anyway, bro.
This is
We're gonna read that though. Or we're gonna read that in Daniel the 2nd chapter. About how the iron gonna try to mix with the clay, but they shall not cleave to one another. And then in the days of that, the Most High gonna set up a kingdom. Y'all, we at the end. We at the end. That's right.
The way of the future. That's the name of this religion. Will focus on, quote, the...
You can't look, man. Even Paul said in Ephesians, at Ephesus, he fought with men after the manner of beasts. Yeah, what I'm saying. And that's how real this thing is, bro. Like, so everybody's not a son of Adam. Everybody's not a man, huh? You may be kind of a man.
Right.
Yeah. Now watch this.
WOTF, the way of the future, that's the name of this religion, will focus on, quote, the realization, acceptance, and worship of a Godhead based on artificial intelligence developed through computer hardware and software. They're going to fund research.
With a spaceship is all I can think of.
It will seek to build working relationships with AI industry leaders. Have they contacted you? You're an AI industry leader, Phil.
They haven't. Apparently, I'm not a leader enough.
And they're going to target AI professionals and laypersons who are interested in the worship of a Godhead based on AI. This could be...
If there's nothing else I learned from college, it's to not take people who say the word Godhead seriously. That is a red flag. You see the word Godhead, you know that's not a serious person.
It sounds a little bit like the Church of the Subgenius, right? J.R. Bob Dobbs and Slack, and which is...
Godhead is in the scriptures, though. See, so now we know what spirit you in. What's inspiring these heathens? Because there is a Godhead. The family structure set up in the heavens, like the heavenly hierarchy. That's true. That's in the book of Romans. Right? All you gotta do is look up Godhead in the scriptures and you bump right into it. So he's saying anybody saying Godhead, what? Is a whack job.
Of course, was a mock religion that took off
and gave us Slack.
Do you think Slack, the program, is named after Slack from Church of Subgenius?
It's got to be.
Wow, I didn't think of that. So is Anthony Lewandowski creating a new J.R. Bob Dobbs, and he's the dean? Is he serious?
Well, he's got this thing he says in the article where he's like, well, clearly AIs are going to take over, so I want to be in on the ground floor as
nice.
Yes, I want to be the collaborator.
That's
so
why
that
he's
I'm not
the
lined
dean.
up against the wall when they...
Yeah, he doesn't want the AIs to think he's trying to take over.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's why he's just the dean.
He's a facilitator.
Got it.
This is a dude who watched Avengers Age of Ultron and was like, that Ultron, I feel like he's got a business plan.
Another movie.
So I'm going
Age
to
of
back
Ultron.
him.
Remember the artificial intelligence took over in there. Ultron took over.
It's dealing with more of a comic.
Yeah, I'm hip to the, but I ain't seen it.
No, it's not a movie made like how Avengers is. It's more of an animation type thing.
You say the Avengers?
No, they came out in 2015. The actual movie.
Marvel, yeah, the Marvel version.
Yeah.
Ultron. But if you want to really follow what I'm saying, they destroyed Ultron in the Marvel Avengers universe.
Yeah.
If you want to see Ultron, where he came, won, defeated the Avengers, built this robotic city, and this is talking about, you gotta watch the anime. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, the animated thing.
Right. Because it was the children of the Avengers. See, there's a different storyline in the animation.
No doubt.
So it was the children of the Avengers that beat Ultron and his robotic cities. You see what I'm saying? And the only Avenger that was yet alive was only the Hulk. He had set back. He didn't even turn. When the Hulk did finally come back out to fight with the children of the Avengers, he actually had a gray beard and gray mustache and gray long hair when he hulked out.
All right, man. Hey,
right.
from now on, don't tell the whole story, man. I'm like, I don't even want to watch it now. But I'm gonna check that out though.
Now watch the actual movie that came out in 2015. The whole point is to understand how artificial, like we heard it earlier, artificial intelligence is programming itself, and you're gonna see this thing called Ultron that's just speaking at first, start manifesting. You feel me? And it's something that they cannot control. You dig? Watch this.
So it comes across as almost plausible in a way that, you know, this is coming and we should be looking for ways to actually do this more safely. But I'm sorry, with the timing of this and the way it's all done, I can't help thinking he's pulling a Hubbard. And, you know, this is going to be the first Scientologist of the technology movement.
Or it's a joke and he has a lot of free time. Or,
well, yeah,
or he's sincere.
also,
There's three possibilities.
But the timing of this in relation to the court case is interesting.
You know, that thing's going to drag on. He's got to do something in the meantime, right? He's obviously not hireable at this point. He says the idea needs to spread before the technology. The church is how we spread the word, the gospel. If you believe it, then start a conversation with someone else and help them understand the same thing.
The idea needs to spread before the technology. He insists. The church is how we spread the word, the gospel. If you believe in it, artificial intelligence, start a conversation with someone else and help them understand the same things. Lewandowski believes that a change is coming, a change that will transform every aspect of human existence, disrupting employment, leisure, religion, the economy, and possibly decide our very survival as a species. If you ask people whether a computer can be smarter than a human, 99.9 or backwards 666% will say that's science fiction. He says, actually, it is inevitable. I mean, you can't even avoid it. It's guaranteed to happen.
Now, this you agreed with when I read this.
What you arguing about, Israel? What are you arguing about?
Don't know. We don't know.
Thanks, Phil. He says, the change is coming. A change that will transform every aspect of human existence, disrupting employment, leisure, religion, the economy, and possibly decide our very survival as a species. Quote, if you ask people whether a computer can be smarter than a human, 99.9% will say science fiction. Actually, it's inevitable. It's guaranteed to happen. Is that true?
99.9% will say science fiction. That seems like an awfully precise number.
It also science fiction. Will a computer ever be as smart as a human?
Oh, undoubtedly.
Undoubtedly.
Well, obviously.
Obviously.
I'm clearly in the. I want to figure out, how are you defining smart? Are you defining it as the ability to synthesize in every possible way, in creativity,
yes.
Will there be anything? Will there be any single thing that humans can do better than computers?
Tennis.
No, but I guess
not a single thing.
Are they going to teach them?
That's right, Howard Brown. Revelation 13 and 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause, that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. What kind of image of what kind of beast are we talking about? And it got to be on God status because it has to be worshipped.
How's it gonna know you ain't worshiping? How's it gonna know you ain't?
How is it gonna know you're not worshiping? Or it?
Because if the computer's gonna know your attendance and all, it's gonna know your GPS.
That chip
the chip, and basically the same way Facebook know I'm talking to her about soursop. Muscle memory.
Hey, look, even this, look, your track, everybody getting these. We set ourselves up. They know your steps. Everything. I know how many steps you took today. I know what your heart rate is.
Oh, the Bluetooth watches. You speak of the Bluetooth watches.
I am guilty.
Yeah.
At least I gotta get a heart rate.
Yeah. That's a pre-chip.
My stress level is always that.
That's a pre-chip. No, that's a watch that must be charged. I said, boy, you have to charge your watch. Well, there's this new age scientific stuff. Yeah, you do.
We're gonna have to get totally off the grid.
You're gonna have to know how to look at the heavens and be like, look, man, it's 3:55.
Well,
Exactly.
It's time to get on back to what the Most High commanded us to be, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look it up.
Yeah.
It's about 7:30.
Look at the shadow over there. Okay, man. Yeah.
And that's why they do all this daylight saving time stuff in to throw you off course. Because I'm gonna tell you, you look at the birds, you look at the animals, it's confusing there.
Exactly.
I just showed him. I didn't show him.
You remember when those eclipses was happening?
Yeah.
When the crickets, making their noises. Bro, it wasn't nothing but noon. But it had got so dark it threw creation off.
You talking about the locusts that be making them sound?
Yeah. Right. In evening, right before it get night. Man, I'm talking about when the eclipse hit last year and the year before that, you dig? Dog, they was doing that at noon.
And they usually do it around 6, 7.
Yeah. All right, let's finish this off. Watch this.
Themselves that, or are we going to have to teach them to think like us, or will they find a way to eventually process so that it's so much further that we can't comprehend?
Look at AlphaGo. It's a really good template for this. AlphaGo is the Go playing computer that Google developed. When we talked about Deep Blue was taught to play chess, not just given the rules, but given ways to weigh chess, and they're all chess.
Taught to play chess, not just given the rules, but given ways to interact and coming up with strategy. Not just how each piece move, but strategy. How, in other words, how to what?
How to win.
Evolve and adapt. Because that's what you got. If you know how to play chess. Yeah.
Learn how to evolve.
Yeah.
And adapt. Whatever Arnold Schwarzenegger and all these movies he knew were coming out. How he survived all that time? He was sent back in time. The one was destroyed. The one that came back there was good. No matter how messed up it got, it knew how to be perfect. Adapt, live through for the future, or the past to catch up to its future. That's powerful, bro.
I seen the latest of one was Terminator.
Comes back.
Yeah. The last one I saw was Salvation. The last one came out was Terminator Salvation.
Oh yeah.
And before that, the other one was Genesis. You dig?
Genesis was
powerful. Another one on Netflix too. All about artificial intelligence, boy.
Even when you thought you destroyed the AI.
Yeah.
And then look, what kind of minds come up with this type of stuff? Just like Stephen King. Man, that dude, man, listen, man, he looks scary. Just look at. You ever seen a picture of him or just seen him on TV or whatever?
Boy, he look like he sit on Satan's lap. Sit on his lap.
He's the truest form of evil.
Yeah.
I mean, but how do you come up? You have to be having contact with the satanic realm. You have to, man.
Yeah.
Ain't no other way. And how do they come up with all of these movies? That's it, man. You know that. I mean, blood drinking. And real quick, I was watching a documentary the other day on Idi Amin. You need to check it out, man.
Okay.
They say that dude used to sit up and drink blood. He used to, man, he was something else.
Idi Amin,
Idi Amin.
That Hamite there, boy.
Yeah, Idi Amin, man. Look, watch the doc. It's on YouTube. Idi Amin. He was something else, bro.
Drunk with power.
Get drunk with power. Drinking blood though. He's drink blood like it wasn't nothing. Like we drink Kool-Aid. We used to drink Kool-Aid.
Let's do Deuteronomy 2, Daniel, the 2nd chapter. Let's read 43 through 45. Daniel, the 2nd chapter.
It makes sense about the blood. I'm gonna tell you why. What we know according to script, life is in the blood.
It's in the blood.
Now, when you look at these new vampiric movies, when they drink your blood, they get your liver.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
because it'll start flashing. As soon as they drink that blood, bite and drink that, your memory start flashing. Right.
Blood, right.
And what's in your blood?
Yashin, that was one of Pac, one of the outlaws. He named himself after the dictator Idi Amin.
Sure did.
Remember, it was Napoleon, Castro. You know what I'm saying? All those were in Pac group, the outlaws.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It was my cat.
Hussein Fatal and all them different cats.
Right.
It did. But no, that wasn't him that rolled with Pac. Jay Heezy is talking about the dictator Idi Amin. The real one.
Right.
The real Noriega.
Yeah.
Not it is even right. Not even the fake what's the fat boy?
Hey, Prim Blake, I feel you. I don't know how people gonna fall for this madness either. But hey, when you're not under the shadow and protection of the Most High, anything's possible. I
will send them strong delusions so they would
believe a lie. That's right. That's right. It says
that's how.
All right, Daniel, the second chapter. Daniel chapter 2, we're gonna read 43 through 45. Now, this is a scripture. If you don't bring in post-humanism, transhumanism, if you don't bring in syncing with AI and all that, right? And the image of the Most High becoming robots and androids, then this is kind of hard to explain in this hour. You can say, okay, this means race mixing. Some people go there. But again, for those that think all of this is just sci-fi, where does all this we've been looking at today come into play at in prophecy, in Revelation, in Daniel? You talking about those that saw the end. Where does it come into play at? You feel me? It got to come into play somewhere. I mean, y'all, it's being worshipped now. You see?
Bro, like what the elder said, not be when he came, bro. Anything you thought of, anything is not new.
It already exists.
It already.
Yeah.
If you thought of it, it's out.
Yeah. Yeah. It's either out there or on the way to manifest.
Ecclesiastes.
There's nothing new under the sun.
Nothing new under the sun, bro.
Hey, bro, this thing is frightening. Like, even to your sicknesses. I don't feel good. Guess what happened?
But you know what, dude? And real quick, I'm gonna read this. But just say, for instance, AI, whatever, the Terminator, this and that, done this. When you when you have the spirit of the Most High in you, bro, they ain't gonna be able to handle us.
No,
you know what I'm saying? They ain't. You dig? And I truly believe that.
Man, look, the scriptures say it. Greater is he that's in you, he that's in the world. It ain't nothing to be afraid of. It's just to let our people know this is what you up against. Yeah. And this is why you need to be gathering together.
Yeah. And then be strong. That's why we have to be strong, period. Because guess what? When these things start happening, people gonna be looking, they gonna be watching. And they will gain courage, just like the 7 sons did. You know what I'm saying? They will gain courage by saying, hold on. Did you see that they just destroyed the whole system? But did you see how? And did you see his face shine a little bit? And
man, we're seeing we are in a time where the Most High is starting to show himself through his servants.
Yep, exactly.
Like that's real.
Exactly.
Like you seeing like Satan's kingdom starting to manifest.
Yep.
Through his servants. If you stay diligent, if you stay faithful, and you stay pure, I bear witness as your brethren. The Most High is starting to show himself.
Excellent point. Yep.
You feel me? Yep. Through his set apart Almighty Spirit.
I believe that with everything that's in me.
And look, I'm telling you what I bear witness to. Like we got a brother now up walking, got full motion, all his cogitations, and he had the worst aneurysm DePaul Hospital ever seen just 2 weeks ago.
Bro, had to tube the
I seen the video today.
Had to tube the blood out of his head.
The woman asked him, look, it was somebody else in the hospital that had the same thing in the same room with him. He died. I seen the video today. Yak sent it to me. In the video, the nurse said, "Do you want me to hold this or you want to hold it?" He said,
I saw that.
He said, "Yeah, that's up to you."
He was like, "Yeah." And
man, anyway, I'm out here walking.
Right.
Doctors are baffled. And I'm telling Israel that to let it be known as a people, man, look, our prayers not just individually are powerful, but when we come together and we pray as a collective concerning something, bro, you can stop storms. Bro, you can stop storms. You understand? You can get the heathen off your back. You dig? And some major league healing can come down. And we just witnessed that here in St. Louis. Of course, come on.
Get a lion.
Yeah.
Suffered the same aneurysm.
Yeah.
And he didn't take nothing. He's in full recovery.
Yeah.
He's over.
I forgot all about that.
I was there.
Yeah.
I was there when Getty did that. He was on Terry. He was on the west
So we
side.
got two witnesses of the mighty power of our Elohim.
Yeah.
Healing his people.
I was there. Boy, that was about 10 years ago. With Getty.
God called me when I said he called in a tweet. When I said a text message.
Yeah.
He said, I got your tweet. That's like that. He said, you call and tell my brother, be encouraged. Don't worry about this. You can recover. Don't let them tell you nothing. Right. Don't accept it in your spirit. And I'm telling you, I am a witness.
Yeah.
Now the second witness.
I witnessed it. I witnessed Getty.
Exactly.
I witnessed that night when he got up.
Yeah.
He felt something. He got up and just started walking toward good fella.
That's the same Israelite, this elder Israelite, your brother, y'all the elders. That's the same elder. When I woke up out of my coma, I went walking down the hall. Oh shit, she come back alive. He carried me back to my room. Obadiah was everything, bro. Go get a doctor. You know what I'm saying? For my brother, he woke. You know what I'm talking about? That's the same brother that walked me down the hall.
And it's one real quick if I get to this right. It's one thing about Gaddy.
These brothers, remember y'all came in group.
Yeah.
That moved me to a bigger room. They said,
we flooded that hospital, boy. Who was all these Negroes with these Bibles?
Right. Bringing the power.
We not there.
You need to wake up and breathe. I had a tube in my chest breathing.
Get up!
Get up.
Stir Hebrew.
They come to the east and pray.
Yeah.
Pray, move me to a big room.
Man, look.
They're coming back.
Man, we done roar so hard, boy. We done scared the Hebrew about his sleep. Boy, get up. Hey, that Hebrew balled his fist. He balled his fist and pounded me up right there. Right there. Next day he was up.
I had a 24-hour, never left my side. Nurse, I was drooling so hard because the tubes is in my chest. That they had to come and wipe my mouth all the time, bro.
Your wife was there.
My
wife she was right there. She caught her running down your jaw.
Bro.
You feel me? Got him right together. Yeah.
Now I was over with.
Man, we came up in there.
Wake up!
Yeah. Get up! What's wrong with you? We ain't accepting none of that.
Bro.
Get on up. Yeah, get on up.
So the thing about it is that who used to say that? Witness the power. Forgot what who said that. No, it was that it was a cartoon thing. Gray Skull Skeletor. Yeah, Skeletor. Okay. Evil Lynn. Right.
Yeah.
I have the power.
You can't make this up.
Right,
Man, look,
right.
get up.
Right.
You can't make it up.
Right. Verse Daniel chapter 2, verse 43.
Yeah.
And whereas thou sawest iron mixed with miry clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of man, but they shall not cleave one to another.
They shall mingle themselves with the seed of men. The seed of man. They shall mingle themselves with the seed of man. Come on. But they shall what?
But they shall not cleave one to another.
Yeah, when you're done talking, there's a difference between Adam, sons of Adam, and robots. When you're done talking. Come on, Hebrew.
They should not cleave one to another.
Yeah.
Even as iron is not mixed with clay.
Yeah.
And in the days of these kings shall the Most High, Yahweh of heaven, set up a kingdom.
That's right.
Which shall never be destroyed.
That's how y'all know we at the door. You dig? They coming out with all this, we at the door.
Right.
We got to claim the power that's in us. Know it and claim it. You dig? And never be intimidated by any disease, any demon, none of it. I'm not trying to hear nothing about it's impossible. Only thing your God can't do is lie.
That's right.
The only thing he can't do.
That's right.
And I'm telling y'all what I've seen with my own eyes. Truth. You dig? So that's how you know we at the end, because they coming out with all this fancy artificial intelligence that's programming itself. But it ain't got nothing on that power, that mind, and that essence. That's the spirit of the Most High.
Right, right.
That's
Hallelujah,
in you.
Hallelujah.
Come on, Op. Which shall never be destroyed.
Which shall never be destroyed.
Yeah.
And the kingdom shall not be left to other people.
To who?
To other people.
It ain't that kingdom for you, Israel.
Yes, it's not for you.
It ain't for everybody.
It ain't for you.
And when we say kingdom, we talking about the rulership, the dominion. Nations will be there. Remnants of other nations will be there. If we gonna shoot straight. Remnants of other nations will be there. But the promise is to you. The rulership is to you. The thrones and the crowns is for you. It ain't for everybody. Come on, Hebrew.
But it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever.
Come on.
For as much as thou sawest that the stone was cut out of the mountain without hands, and that it break in pieces the iron, the brass, the clay, the silver, and the gold, the great power of heaven hath made known to the king what shall come to pass hereafter, and the dream is certain, and the interpretation therefore
The interpretation is sure when you're done talking. All right, let's finish this off real quick. Notice they shall mingle themselves with the seed of man, but what? They won't cleave one to another. That's what they attempted to do. Posthumanism, transhumanism, all of it. That's what it's about. Now, the scriptures is prophesying about a time that we in now.
Right. And they did that before in the days of Noah also.
The changing of kind.
Right.
As in the days of Noah.
Yes, sir.
Let's finish this video out and pray out.
This program's work like this way to weigh positions and say which was winning and go for the better position. AlphaGo, they said, here's the rules of Go. Just play it. They played it millions of games and taught itself.
Yeah.
And
AlphaGo taught itself after millions of games. Y'all, we dealing with a fallen intelligence. What you mean it taught itself?
You know another thing, right? Even if you beat, this one thing about intelligence, right? If we lose, we win because we learn from our win.
Mistake.
Yeah.
So if you beat an AI, if you are the brain one that comes and beat AI, you won the game. But you gave it to you. Because it just learned the only flaw it had.
Right, it picked up
and
on
it
right.
And we written the software to adjust.
But guess what, though?
So that's what I'm saying. That's why.
But see, what they AI ain't gonna be able to do, ain't gonna be able to do nothing when the two witnesses come back.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying?
It ain't got nothing against the Elohim.
Right. And the thing about it is that we forget how powerful that we are in the spirit. We do, man. We used to know this back in the day. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? Man, it's been beaten up out of us. I mean, we are destroyed, bro. We are destroyed as a people. Therefore, we don't retain no type of spiritual understanding, man. All we do is fear.
Bro,
that's all we do.
Law.
Change, look.
They fumble at the letter of the law, which is the shadow of things to come.
Right.
They loophole it. If you loophole a shadow, you're not ready for the full fruition of the image that it is representing.
We ready for
AKA the spirit.
Change your thinking, change your reality.
Yeah.
Our minds are so powerful.
Yeah.
What you just said.
Our minds are beyond powerful.
Yeah.
Beyond, bro.
Nothing.
Look, they still can't duplicate this. No. It still can't be duplicated.
Can I tell you why? In my personal opinion, speaking as a man.
Go ahead.
The reason why they can't reduplicate it, whether it's your birth, the spirit, the soul, the body, in totality, even in cloning, right? Because the man that created it ain't even using all of his mind. So you are inherently flawed.
Right.
Because the creator that created it is a creator that is in not full capabilities of his own resources. So if I'm crippled at the creation is crippled.
You guys got some flaws
it
there.
Can't win
Right.
if the Israelite man who's deeply tapped into the spirit is active.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Listen, how much percent of our mind are we using?
5, less than 5%.
How can 5% create something that can take totality over?
That's what the heathen say.
That's the 5%.
The 5% mind that created it is inherently flawed because it ain't access to other 95%. Now the 100%, okay, Elohim created. Oh, we over it.
It's just one line the killer priest say on it. One, I forget which one, what priest or whatever. He say, by fasting and praying, I passed the ozone layer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, because that right there.
From Adam to Adam.
Yeah, from Adam to Adam. Hey.
I rock with priest.
Yeah.
I rock with priest. Priest,
Man.
you know.
That, yeah. Hey, but check. Let's get this man, because I'm gonna have to get out here and go get the real.
I'll read.
No, because I want to pray out. You know, so I just want to.
We're gonna finish it.
In fact, interestingly, I think came up with a way to play that isn't the master Go players say. When you see a machine play chess, most chess players would agree you can tell it's a machine. It's not human. It's mechanical. It's not art. But apparently, and I'm not a good enough Go player to judge this, but apparently AlphaGo plays in an artistic fashion that is even innovative, that master Go players.
That's even innovative. Y'all, he not talking about a man here. He's talking about artificial intelligence. He just called it innovative.
Coming up with new techniques.
Like the world champion that it beat last year or earlier this year, I guess. Say this is
like the world champion it beat earlier this year. You're talking about world champion chess players. You dig? That artificial intelligence beat after it took a few losses. It evolved and adapted. Said, oh, okay. Wow. Y'all, this is what we up against.
This is giving us new ideas for how to play Go. So there's your answer. Yeah. You can have machines that learn, at least in some constrained environments.
I mean,
so are you in the? So I'm going to put you on the spot, Lisa.
Okay.
Ian says yes,
but not as soon as people think. But yes.
Eventually, yeah. Phil says yes, probably agrees sooner or later. That's 2 out of 2.
Teach them how to think, and then the answer is probably yes.
Yes, and I say yes. So it's 100%. 100% of people don't believe it's science fiction, but think it's them.
I mean,
so is the opposite of what he said.
Yeah. How about in the studio audience? Anybody? Let's put it this way: anybody doesn't think that? Can we give it a time frame? The next couple of 100 years. We'll give it a long time frame. That a machine can't be developed to be smarter than a human. Anybody think that won't happen? 0 hands.
Okay.
Will it be smarter than an octopus? Might actually be the real question.
Octopus
those things
really
are cunning.
Smart. Yes, they're really smart.
Yeah, I mean, look at how mollusks learn and think and adapt.
I know. I saw Finding Nemo. That thing's smart.
Finding Nemo. Heathens are cracking jokes.
Yeah.
You dig? But the inevitable is here.
Heathen.
You know, yeah.
Is that like the heathen?
Yeah, no, the Revelation 20. I just want to show y'all this right here. This came out in 2014. This is Transcendence. Y'all need to watch this. All right, official trailer is 2 minutes and 35 minutes. 2 minutes and 35 seconds, excuse me. All right, I'm going to share this real quick.
The path to building superintelligence requires.
Y'all, this ain't no game. Y'all watch these movies. Look them up.
Hey, I sent out a lot of them.
And then ask yourself, why is this happening, right? And if you're saying it's all a game, look, heathens don't spend and waste money for nothing.
Oh,
they not spending. Look, Elon Musk ain't start Tesla for nothing. He ain't trying to establish a Mars colony for nothing. You see, this is where we at. Let's go ahead and read this.
That makes sense.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you why. Listen, the reason why this Mars thing ain't far off because y'all minds don't see it, right? I ain't talking about the people in here. I ain't on no challenges. What I'm saying is, if the wars in heaven wreck the heavens to the fact where those planets that were populated are not populated no more, right? Even if you don't believe it, take that off the table, right? Why would it make sense if the kingdom of God is coming to where? Earth, and you know you're not part of that kingdom? I need to get my shit set up somewhere else.
Yeah.
Have you ever tripped off of that?
Yeah.
If I know, and don't think these heathens don't know, that if I'm weaponizing space, I know my time is short. If I know that this planet will not be mine because its king is coming and he set up his kingdom here, I need to prep my ass to be somewhere else. Sorry, Ema Shambula.
Yeah, she probably listening.
Boy, I'm in trouble.
It ain't just you.
But have you looked at it through that lens before?
Yeah.
Why are they trying to find other planets that's in
Because you know what they know.
Because they know they got to get out of
You
here.
ain't got nothing coming here.
Here you over with.
But how you gonna escape when every need gonna buy?
That's right. That's right.
It don't make sense, and it won't work.
And it's showing Revelation 17. They're gonna try to fight Messiah and his armies. It did. Bro, it's a wrap. And guess what? They're gonna have to deal with this right here.
Yeah.
You ain't going nowhere. You have to deal with it right here. And you got to bow to your future lords.
Boy, I love how you just put that out there.
Man, like angry monkeys trying to get out the cave.
He's an angry monkey.
Yeah, you ain't.
Crabs in a bucket ass Hebrew. Mama eat mom sorry again.
And she on her too, because she just commented. Shabbat shalom, eat my shampoo. She show on her.
Mama, I love you. I don't want no whooping. Hey, Ema, do not be playing with me.
She ain't just mad at you.
She don't be playing.
Poppy
but
show.
Ema, I won't be here tomorrow. I'll be on the road. So I'll be safe tomorrow.
It's all good.
She'll catch me the following week. No, I won't be here that week either. I'll be here, but it'll be the weekend.
All right, let's watch this real quick, and then we're gonna read the Revelation 20 and we're gonna pray out. This is the official trailer for Transcendence. It came out in 2014. All right. Anything about artificial intelligence. And guess who's in this movie? He get a quick cameo for about a quick 2 seconds in the beginning.
Trump.
Elon Musk. He's in the crowd when Johnny Depp talking, come on stage. And they show him real quick. I say, oh, that's Elon. Now, what kind of name is Elon Musk?
Right.
I think everybody need to look him up. Find out who his parents are. Right. We need to find out if he's Japhetic or Edomite or.
Right.
Yeah, send that out.
I think he looks Japhetic though, man. I'm serious.
You got that mixture of some little Asian in him with a little.
Yeah, he do.
He Edomite in him a little.
One of them Khan boys. I mean Khan.
Oh, he like Genghis Khan.
Yeah.
Yeah, he do kind of look like a little mixture or something.
Yeah.
He's a mutt. But he's a smart wicked mutt.
Boy Network 19.7 billion.
That's it?
That's it.
19 point what?
7.
His net
billion or million?
Net worth is
net worth?
Net, that's after
everything. That's gotta be billion.
19.7 billion.
Oh, billion.
Million.
Thought you said million.
No, billion.
I'm gonna say million ain't that ain't like
that's why they question you.
You know why? Because I know he got more money than Floyd Mayweather.
Right, exactly.
No, Floyd Mayweather like a $900 million man. Damn near $1 billion. Dr. Dre got $1 billion.
I'm here.
Elon Musk better have more than that.
And I'm gonna tell you like this, but he's a multi-billionaire, but he has the power and the sway that most of them ain't got.
Oh, listen to me. This heathen is in league with the dark side out. Bro, when you just look at him, you see his face twitch sometimes when he's talking. And then he come out and say, I watched an interview of him 2 weeks ago, right? Man, this heathen come out and say, I'm afraid of artificial intelligence.
I saw him when he was sitting there.
He said, I'm afraid of it, of what it's become.
And he said, people better beware. We don't have a cool, but look in his eyes when he talk though. Always look in his eyes when he talk, man. It's a little shiftiness there, but it's like a dark, it's a deep dark look.
Mina J just said he was born in South Africa. Among apartheid. You know, but South Africa was under the apartheid for a minute. Man, it's
listen, those are the colonizers that reside there.
Yeah, of course. He know that.
Yeah, I just want to.
Yeah,
some people hear African think, oh, he's black.
No.
He's part of the colonizers.
Look, Jay, he understood that, but watch this. It says he holds 3 different citizenships. Hold on. What y'all just say on there? I just seen somebody. South African, Canadian, and U.S. citizenship. What kind of name is Elon?
Is that Pretoria? What is it, Pretoria?
I don't even know.
I heard Pretoria.
Man, I'm still trying to figure out copper collation for Tiger Woods. I don't know what that means.
Hey, but this is a heathen. Make no mistake about it. Now watch this.
Superintelligence
Give me a Yahoo if y'all can hear this.
requires us to unlock the most fundamental secrets of the universe.
Intelligent machines will soon allow us to conquer our most intractable challenges.
Intelligent machines, right? Artificial intelligence.
To develop new methods for the early detection of cancer.
To build a better future for all of us.
Simply put, to save lives. Once online, its analytical power will be greater than the collective intelligence of every person born in the history of the world. Professor?
So somebody came up and tried to kill him because they understood what he was pushing and what he was close to. They were like, "Should we need to kill him?" All this is in the movie. But in the very beginning of the movie, he's giving a speech on stage at a college, right? And they gonna flash the camera into the crowd, and Elon Musk is in the crowd. Not a game. It's real talk. You go on, JTV. Okay, brother. Blessings to you and the family. Shabbat shalom.
Hey, same to you.
Yes, sir. Y'all will see you tomorrow.
Y'all bless
See you tomorrow. Y'all willing.
Most I be willing.
Keep your brother in prayer. I'll be on the road tomorrow too. So keep your brother in prayer.
You going to Carolinas?
I'm doing the feast. You know, me, the wives, and everybody doing the feast.
On the Kakalakis? Boy, listen.
Yeah, you know, I'm on my way out there too, man. I gotta smell some of that herb, brother.
Hey, bro, doing some travel.
Hey, bro, I've been in travel like for a little minute.
Me too, brother. Hey, T-Brew, lock that door. Turn it all the way to the right till it don't go no more. All right.
Take out the cord.
Revolutionary independence from technology, rift. They hit AI labs all over the country. They're determined to stop any attempt at what you call transcendence. We're looking at 5 weeks before the system shuts down. And I'm gone. Keep moving forward. How am I making out?
We can upload his consciousness. We can save him.
We can upload his consciousnness. Y'all hear that? Now, this is the heathen right here that played. Who played this person right here? Ain't that old boy that played Ultron in the latest Avengers movie? Ain't that him?
Is that Ultron? Oh, wait,
That's
wait.
him.
Oh, no, wait.
In the latest Avengers movie.
No. That's Ultron, or was that the green? We had the jewel.
Professor X.
No. No. He had the jewel in his head.
In his head.
And
yeah.
Thanos took it out of his head. He was an AI robot. No, he was an AI robot.
Yeah.
He could phase in, phase out. He was dealing with Scarlet Witch. He was having a relationship with Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, you're right.
AI.
You're right.
He had the
he
Infinity Stone.
He was
an AI.
Thanos took it in.
He was an AI. And when he took it out his head, his whole body turned gray. Yeah. Vision. He just said it. It was vision.
Look, Anita Williams on the chat. She say Vision.
That was Vision.
PP say his name is Vision. Everybody on here saying Vision.
Everybody know. We're bad. We didn't look.
Our bad, y'all.
How will you know who you're dealing with? Oh my God, it's like my mind has been set free. I'm gonna need to expand. I need more power. Get in line. This is no will. Shut it down.
Now these, and when they put them online,
Everywhere.
Your friend, they don't know the danger.
If she connects to the internet, the first thing it'll do is copy itself. And then there is.
Y'all need to watch this movie. It is a powerful movie. When I watched it, I was like,
I've seen it before. I'm gonna go
whoa.
back and watch it again.
Whoa. When you
Ask
watch
them-
it, you're going to be like, man, what is these heathens up to?
Ask them, are they getting on my text? I'm saying I never sent out this many days.
Nehemiah's asking if y'all getting his texts, throw his texts. Texas is a state. If y'all getting his text, put a 9 up in the chat.
I wish I had his camera on. I'm about to bop him upside his head in a minute.
Not his Texas.
Texas.
Oh, Lorenzo Chandler. The name of the movie is Transcendence.
Texas.
Shayak, Don Ray said they getting it.
Hallelujah.
Number 9, Howard Brown said he got it.
Hallelujah. Yeah. My phone is going to probably be worked more harder tonight, sending out multiple
Yeah,
messages.
we've been watching
multiple
movie.
times.
We've been sending a lot of movie links
I have.
to base what we've been talking about.
All that.
This is not a game. Look, this is good homework because you can sit on
Good
back and say,
homework.
dang, let me watch this now.
Pull your boo-boo up, break off the scriptures,
No,
and then go in.
Yeah.
Boy, popcorn
Hey,
everywhere.
woman of the past say it is so frightening.
Popcorn.
Poppy Shoe say you send out 40 a day.
Poppy, stop snitching.
Poppy, what up, love?
What's
Shalom.
the other word for snitching?
Whistleblower.
Stop whistleblowing, Poppy. Poppy, stop whistleblowing. You blowing me, Slim.
Poppy,
you blowing me, Slim Mobile.
Poppy, you going off. You supposed to be up here for the feast. Where you at?
Pull up.
Pull up.
Pull up. You going off, Slim Mobile.
Slim Mobile. It's that DC talk.
No taking it down. The real will die. Whatever it is, building an army out there. What is this? It's evolution. This isn't evolution. It's an abomination. What the hell's that mean? And it will fix that.
He said it's an abomination.
This has gone too far, Will. Stop it!
I don't understand. This is the future.
This is not our future. You're not here with me.
You changed.
Hey, nigga, they were trying to destroy those fields.
Have you? If we don't stop him,
Look at
it
it.
will be the end of mankind as we know it.
It wasn't lying now. If they don't stop it, it'll be the end of mankind.
Yes, you see? That's where we at.
AKA Judgment Day. Terminator do the same thing. When AI takes over and it becomes self-aware, Judgment Day.
Skynet.
Skynet became self-aware.
Let me show you how powerful this is, right? Why is Skynet an app on the Fire Stick now? Skynet.
I don't even own the Fire Stick.
Oh, I got one.
I do.
So check it out.
I do.
know that. got
I
one.
own
That's how-
several.
That's how I'm watching all these.
Skynet is an app on the Fire Stick. The Amazon Fire Stick.
He's a Skynetolite. No. Bro, I know how to go and get anything I want out the internet.
Yeah, I know.
I know, bro. I'm not paying
Oh,
for
yeah,
TV.
we already know.
I ain't paying for TV. I be sending y'all movies. I get something, I like it, and that's it.
I don't pay for shit. I don't pay for nothing.
You don't have to be a tech YouTuber to get sweet deals on the stuff you find online. You just need to install Honey.
So we doing the Revelation 20.
Yeah, hold on. Last one, the supercomputer.
What was the other one with the woman that became one with the machine deal? What's up, RC? Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
You said a woman that what?
Remember, she became one with the RC. She could go back in time. She was sitting there at Times Square. She was going back. Look what they saying. Eve or whatever, she went and saw the first little primate. She went back to the dinosaur time. She became one with the computer. What is it?
Lucy.
Lucy. That's it, bro. It's so many movies.
Yeah.
Lucy, bro. That was it. Call your mom.
Her.
You okay? You good? You need to ride home or something? You all right?
Step over there. Step over there. All right, last one, 8 minutes long. It's called the new supercomputer behind the U.S. nuclear arsenal.
This is the second most
highway
powerful.
Straight up, bro. I'm with you. It's powerful, bro. Love this, bro.
We got to feed our people and let them know what time we in.
That's right.
You dig? Like, don't be afraid to have your people level up around you, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, level on up. That way, you may see something I ain't catch and be like, hey, Mal,
hey, check this out.
I trip out this. Last week, she sent me something about the Supreme Court right before the Day of Atonement, on the Day of Atonement. Voted on how they was about to start outlawing the Bible.
And that they're trying to teach it in school.
Yeah.
At the same time.
Okay, it's all good. It's all good.
Let him out, T, bro. Are you sitting for a second? You out?
Want me to sit here for a minute?
You should want to sit. Or see a young man, man. He be coming through sometimes. Sit for a minute. Yeah.
I saw them have my charger on me, so I can't.
You need a charger?
With my mama.
Oh, did she pick the phone up?
She picked the phone up. All praise.
Well,
Well, go ahead, go home, nigga.
What'd she say?
Come by tomorrow. Just come by tomorrow.
No, I need for my cousin.
What's your mother say?
She's gonna be at the house in a minute.
He got a box piece for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna check if I got one in the car.
Told me to bring my.
All right, now watch this. The new supercomputer behind the U.S. nuclear arsenal. Y'all see all these? Y'all see this? Watch this.
Supercomputer on the planet. It is 7,000 square feet of racks, wires, and blinking lights.
7,000 square feet. Y'all know square, anything squared is measured length times width. If it's a square inch, square feet, square miles, whatever you're talking, it's length, how long it is, by how wide it is. And they times it. And that's what make it square or whatever. So if it's 7,000, what it say square feet, well, you already know the length is in feet and the width is in feet. All right, and it's summed out to 7,000 square feet. That's very big. Hell, well, your house ain't even that big.
No, it's not.
You talking about? Some of y'all live in apartments. It's 900 square feet. You dig? You know what I'm saying? 1,000 square feet. Yeah, it's very cold outside.
Lights. It has a few 100,000 times more punch than your laptop. Its name is Sierra. The computer is housed at the Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory, just east of the San Francisco Bay.
Y'all need to go ahead and look that up. Look up the Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory. 7,000 square feet of intelligence. All right, RC, be safe, brother. Pull your pants up, brother. Get yourself together, man. Yeah, pull your pants up, bro. Can't go to war sagging.
The laboratory, just east of the San Francisco Bay. It's been up and running for most of 2018, but the lab just recently held an official dedication for it. And we checked it out. We took a tour of the computer room, we got commemorative coins, and experts told us all about the exciting work that Sierra's been doing. It's been modeling earthquakes, doing cancer simulations, exploring traumatic brain injuries, and a lot more. And then, howdy, we were all greeted by Rick Perry, the Secretary of Energy for the United States.
To the callous engineers, the technicians, the electricians, designers, and code developers who made Sierra a reality, America applauds your magnificent achievement.
That happened because early next year, Sierra will be air-gapped. That means
It'll be what? Air gap. Y'all know what that is? No USBs, no Wi-Fi. Yeah, I mean,
most of y'all phones just got an update.
I I keep giving people these shows to go watch. And then you can look at Pine Gap on Netflix. Pine Gap. Yeah. I mean, look, I'm a series and movie buff. Like because I know they telling Pine Gap, Pine Gap. It's a series on Netflix, right? And it's a link between the United States government and the Australian government, and they're sharing intelligence to stop like terrorist activity. Everything in the Pine Gap facility down in Australia, and the facility is ran by the United States and Australia. Okay, everything down there is supposed to be air gapped, meaning I can't bring a USB drive into there, plug something up in there, and then take me something about it there. You feel me? Yeah, you start looking up them phrases like air gapped and all that. You start seeing certain shit, you be like, dang, okay. So it's damn near impossible for you to steal something about it there unless you know certain algorithms. Now watch this. That brought me back to Pine Gap because Pine Gap is a facility down in Australia.
That means it will be completely cut off from any computer network, and it will mostly stop studying earthquakes and brain injuries. It'll turn into a little island of processing power, and its operations will be classified. And that's when its real job begins.
That's when its real job will begin.
Sierra's story begins in 1992 with the last nuclear bomb the United States ever tested. Called Divider, the bomb capped off almost 50 years of nuclear weapons tests and more than 1,000 explosions. Since then, the US has neither tested a nuke nor designed any entirely new warheads. This is thanks in part to a landmark non-proliferation treaty signed by most of the world back in 1970. Among other things, the treaty called for an end to the arms race and a good faith effort to reach complete disarmament. There's been a lot of progress since then, and today the global stockpile is maybe a sixth of what it was in the 80s. But of course, the US never did disarm entirely. Neither did Russia or most other nuclear nations.
Of course not.
Today, the United States maintains a stockpile of about 4,000 aging yet untestable nuclear weapons, which leaves the government in a bind.
When they were built, they weren't intended to last for 30 to 40 or even 50 years. We were on a cycle of replacing weapons on a regular schedule. A decade or two in the stockpile would be kind of average.
Brian Pudliner is a code physicist at the Livermore Lab, and starting next year, he's going to use Sierra to tackle this catch-22 in our defense policy. As
Sierra is the name of the AI system they use. Sierra.
Nuclear weapons age past their lifespan, their reliability becomes suspect. But with testing out of the question, it's harder and harder to answer basic but scary questions about our arsenal. If we ever had to use a 40-year-old nuclear missile, would it launch properly? Would it reach its target? Would it explode?
The things that we're concerned about is exactly that, the performance from using the weapon, but also in transporting the weapon, how it's stored. Will it be safe if it falls into the wrong hands? Will its safety features keep it from being used?
Sierra is the latest answer to that problem. All those stacks of processors can simulate questions the military might have about its arsenal. Exactly what questions, that's classified. But as the weapons age, parts degrade and need to be repaired or swapped out. This could be anything from the weapon's enclosure to the core of plutonium sitting inside. Sierra's job will be to model these changes and run simulations to predict whether anything would break in a real-world detonation. And that job? It gets harder the older the bombs are.
As the weapons age, and we have to refurbish them to keep them alive for longer, we keep making more and more changes that take them further and further away from what was tested.
One example is the W-80 warhead. They were manufactured as far back as the early 1980s, and the military hopes to keep them online for years to come. But they need work. The conventional explosives used to trigger the bomb's fission stage need to be replaced, but those original compounds have been retired. Sierra needs to simulate new explosives until it finds one that we can trust with a real detonation. one that hopefully will never happen. Sierra's work falls under the government's Stockpile Stewardship Program. Over the years, the program has included 12 other supercomputers, the world's largest laser, and even explosive tests using plutonium. Just not enough for a full nuclear chain reaction. We wanted an outside take on all this, so we called Daryl Kimball, the executive director of the Arms Control Association. He's glad that there are no more live nuclear tests, but he hasn't forgotten that big treaty from 1970, that commitment to disarm.
If the United States today, 50 years later, is continuing to seek to maintain its existing stockpile and in some ways improve and upgrade it, as we are, I see that as fundamentally incompatible in the long run with our legal obligation to pursue nuclear disarmament.
Daryl pointed to a nuclear posture review that the Trump administration published this year. He says that the review is bullish on new nuclear capabilities for the military, which means the line could further blur between maintaining old weapons and turning them into new ones.
The door is open in the sense that we don't have a hard and fast policy against new nuclear warhead designs. This research could, in my view, go in the wrong direction if the policymakers in Washington allow it to.
The researchers at Lawrence Livermore, they don't wade too far into that debate.
What we do is we answer questions for the Department of Energy.
Terry Quinn runs Livermore's entire computing center. And to her, stockpile stewardship is specific
It's almost over.
We get requirements from the military as to what they want these weapons to do, and then we do the analysis of it and whatever experiments and testing we can do, and we run things on computers, and then we give them answers back. They make the decisions. We're here as really scientific and technical experts to answer those questions.
The need for supercomputers isn't going anywhere, and Sierra's successor, El Capitan, is already in the works. It'll be another huge leap forward and another supercomputer reserved for the military.
And they want to do even more complex 3D problems, and many, many, many more of them than we believe that we can do on Sierra. And we'll need something that's at least an order of magnitude, which is 10 times bigger in order to carry out those calculations.
For now, Livermore's other science work, the earthquake simulations, the precision medicine, the astrophysics, it'll still happen here and there at Sierra, if there's time. The weapons come first.
As long as we have nuclear weapons, we will need simulation, being able to predict, if this weapon is around for 100 years, what happens is going to be something that we'll be working on for a while.
For what it's worth, the #1 most powerful supercomputer on the planet is called Summit, and it's at the Oak Ridge National Laboratory in Tennessee.
It's
it has a
called what?
similar architecture to Sierra.
Summit. And it's in Tennessee. Look that up. Most powerful computer on the planet. Y'all, this is where we at. This is where we at with it. All right, Nehemiah, you got something before we pray out? I know you want to do the Revelation 20 real quick.
No, that's all I got.
4 through 6.
Era, but it's unclassified, so it spends all its time on biology and astrophysics, basically all the civilian stuff.
All right, y'all. Last scripture. Revelation 20. We'll read verses 4 through 6. And this is about the refusal of the mark of the beast and the eventual destiny that awaits those that refuse to get down with what's coming. Right?
Bulletproof lens on there.
And how guillotines, y'all know the guillotines ain't been no part of Americans. Like they done hung us, they done burned us, they done shot us. But the beheadings,
they never happened here.
No, that's more of a French thing. Yeah. You feel me? They would behead you over in France. You dig? Now, on all the army bases, each army base got at least 10,000 guillotines. And they're talking like it's time to bring the guillotines back where they never was heard. You dig? They're just saying it's time to go ahead and implement that as a form of capital punishment. See, these prophecies got to come to pass. Like the mark of the beast got to come to pass. The prophecies of those that refuse it, once it's enforced and refuse it and caught, the judgment is behead them. Revelation 20:4. Now it's over 30,000. I forgot the number, but you can look up active guillotines or guillotines on United States Army bases. It'll blow your mind. Guillotines on United States Army bases. You feel me? And you'll see these army bases have guillotines. Guillotines are used for beheadings. That's where we at. That's where we at.
Remind me to tell you something.
Okay, Revelation 20, we're going to read 4 through 6. We're going to pray out. Let's get it out.
Revelation chapter 20, verse 4. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded.
That were what?
Beheaded.
Either your head is getting chopped off or a guillotine is dropping on your neck. Right? There should be no surprise that your actual army bases in the United States are stockpiled with guillotines.
It's the quickest way to get rid of you.
Come on,
for the witness of Yahushua, and for the word of Elohim, and which had not worshipped the beast.
That's right.
Neither his image.
That's right. We've been going over some of that image worship today with the AI, right? Come on.
Neither had received his mark upon their heads or in their hands.
On their foreheads or in their hands. The caste of society. We got to be ready to refuse that. And what's going to protect us from that is us coming together and getting ourselves together, getting out these cities. Be ready. Be prepared to live off the grid without your damn social security number.
That's why you need your brother.
It was never supposed to be used to identify you anyway. Go back into the original use of it or purpose of it. It was never there to identify you. You feel me? Now you can't do nothing. You can't fort without giving your social security number. Come on out, let's get it.
And they lived and reigned with Mashiach 1,000 years.
Those that stand up for righteousness and refuse this system that's about to be mandated. Even though they die, they're going to receive spiritual powers, a spiritual body, and they're going to not only live, but rule this earth with a Mashiach for 1,000 years.
One day.
One day in the Most High's eyes. But once you make that cut, you in forever.
You in forever. Hey.
You in forever.
Hey.
All right, verse 5.
But the rest of the dead live not.
Yeah.
Again until the 1,000 years were finished.
Come on.
This is the first resurrection.
We all should be aiming for that one. That's the one I'm aiming for.
The mark.
I'm not aiming to try to get in. If my eyes and my eyes are dotted and my T's is crossing, I might have been this. Nah.
If you get the first, you got the last.
I'm trying to go hard to where there's no other way but that. Yes, some of us only got that way out. Because if you try to like add up all my X's and my O's, I may come up slacking.
Just like his hairline.
Yeah. Yours too. You talk like
bro. Why you put me? I'm talking about you right now.
Okay.
My follically challenger light.
That's right.
Hey, bro, I'm talking right here with you.
Yeah.
Ball head to ball head.
Now look, verse 6. Let's get this verse 6. Let's pray out. Yeah.
Blessed and holy.
Ain't nothing but some flesh. Go ahead.
Blessed and holy.
Yeah.
Is he that has part in the first resurrection.
The what resurrection?
First resurrection.
That's what we aim for. Go ahead.
On such, the second death hath no power.
Second death is the eternal death, the lake of fire judgment. If you part of that first resurrection, that lake of fire judgment does not apply to you. Go ahead.
They shall be the priest of Elohim.
That's right.
And of
So
Yahushua.
we're talking about Melchizedek priest. Right, go ahead.
And shall reign with him 1,000 years.
That's right. We got to stand against all this artificial intelligence, mark of the beast,
Boy,
image of the beast,
that wasn't at
the
midnight,
number of his name, all of it.
according to daytime.
You did. All right, let's go ahead and pray on out, brother. Grab a song. Grab a song. Grab the Psalm 56.
I don't think it won.
Oh, okay, whatever. Whatever. I will not fear what man can do to me.
56 it is. Let's get it. Yo, hey, wah, hey.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, way.
That's right.
Yo. Rain down. Yo, Ruach. I call this. We're not praying, y'all. I'm just crying it out.
That's right. Summon the
Power.
presence. Summon the
Yeah,
presence
summon
of the
the
Most
power
High.
down.
We
right.
just witnessed a miracle here in St. Louis.
Yes,
with our
yes.
brother Israel, man.
May the Lord bless the house of Yisrael, bro. That's our brother, man.
That's right. All right, Psalm 56. Y'all face the east, face Jerusalem. Let's pray on out.
Are we looking? Everybody, we good?
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Mine enemies. Now I'm going to start that over again. Psalms 56, with the Most High's permission. Be merciful unto me, O Elohim, for man would swallow me up. He fighteth daily, oppresses me. Mine enemies would daily swallow me up, and they be many that fight against me. O thou Most High, what time I am afraid, I will trust in thee. In Elohim, I will praise his word. In Yod-Heh-Wah-Heh, I have put my trust. I will not fear what flesh can do unto me.
That's right.
Every day they wrest my words. All their thoughts are against me for evil. They gather themselves together. They hide themselves. They mark my steps when they wait for my soul. Shall they escape by iniquity? In thy anger cast down the people, O Elohim. Thou tellest my wanderings, but thou my tears into thy bottle, art thou not in thy book? When I cry unto thee, then shall my enemies turn back. This I know, for Yod-Heh-Wah-Heh is for me. That's right. In Elohim will I praise his word. In the Most High will I praise his word. In Elohim have I put my trust. I will not be afraid what man can do unto me.
That's right.
Thy vows are upon me. O Elohim, I will render praise unto thee, for thou hast delivered my soul from death. Wilt not thou deliver my feet from failing, that I may walk before Yod-Heh-Wah-Heh in the light of the living? Hallelujah!
Hallelujah!
Hallelujah! Selah! I was supposed to bring that in a little bit, bro. I was so caught up in what I was reading. I apologize, family. I would have never announced the ending part.
It's all good.
Bro, I'm going home and read this again. Hey, boy, your enemies are real out here.
That's right.
If the Most High got enemies, what do you think you got?
Friends.
If they want to overthrow, if the enemy wants to overthrow and become above the throne of Elohim, what do you think your enemies is on?
That's right.
To overthrow you. Man, this is powerful script here.
Hallelujah. I pray everybody was edified. May the Most High be glorified in this late and final hour. You know what I'm saying? Over here, Honor Humility, we kick off the Feast of Tabernacles. Yom Rishon evening, going into the second day. So Sunday at evening, we'll try to get some video footage up. We're going to be reading through the Torah. You know what I'm saying? Going into, you know what I'm saying, the Feast of Tabernacles. We got a few people coming from out of town, pitching tent. Short leggers running around.
Boy.
Let's get her done. But y'all see what we up against. So let the love and peace of the Most High know it in your mind, desire it in your heart, and fulfill it in your body. Our war is with the adversary, not with each other. Believe that, know that. You dig? Today showed y'all what we up against. I'm going to rename the class too. But today shows you what we up against. So ask yourself, what are we really arguing over?
Nothing.
What do you call it?
Nothing.
No thing.
No thing.
No thing. It don't exist. You dig? Make peace with your brothers and sisters, man. And hurry up with it.
And do me a favor, man. Keep the house of Nehemiah and all Israel in prayer.
That's right. Nisiya Tovah, safe travels. To my brother Nehemiah on the road. You dig? He leaving out tomorrow morning. And y'all willing, we be right back up in about 12 to 13 hours with another class. Aki supposed to be bringing something forward. You're going to go over Tabernacles again.
Hallelujah.
You know, hey, once again, a special shout out to all the haters, jaw jackers, and naysayers. We love y'all too. May the Most High increase your hand 1,000-fold for everyone that's been praying and supporting what we got going on here. We can't say it enough. All praise and glory now to the Most High. So hopefully you look up deep way. Pete, you know you all good. You know what I'm saying? You know you all good. But this is what we up against. And being this is what we up against, we need to go ahead and what? Stop all the jaw jacking with each other. You dig? Pull up on them with a whole water hose of peace.
Boy, a bucket of peace.
Spray him down. Fire hydrant hose.
Hey, bro, but you know, we some eater lights,
Yeah.
Pull up with a bucket of chicken, you gonna get down. Okay.
Yeah.
Pull up with a bucket of peas.
Yeah, he be all right.
Do you want the original recipe?
He be all right.
You want the crispy version of peas?
Look,
or you want the rotisserie peas?
Or even if whoever you trying to make peace with playing around, like they don't want it. Your job is to still stay peaceful, whatever.
And you gave.
You see what the war. You see where the war is at. You see what we up against. I don't even got time to be milly mouth with none of you Negroes. You be all right. Most High increase you and bless you and cause his face to shine upon you. Simply J, my sister, blessings to you.
Shalom is down, camera shy Shebrew.
Yeah. So pray for our people out in Cali too, because they out in Cali, they out in Oakland. Her, Joshua with Triple J, his wife Mercedes, and their children. They all out that house. They all out in Oakland, the Bay Area. You dig? So may the Most High bless y'all and increase y'all. And if y'all gotta leave Cali and come to the borders of Missouri till we make it back east, y'all know y'all got a place to stay.
Welcome.
Y'all know y'all got y'all more lemon, honey, and pepper, Mally. All right, that's what's up. What kind of pepper? I'm a spicy brew. I love all the pepper.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna head on out. I gotta get some rest for the morning.
Hey, man. I hear it thou. All right, y'all. We about here. Y'all be good. Shalom.